Superior Light Beer. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. Reaction continues from Packers wide receiver Christian Watson agreeing to a 4-year, $110.5 million contract extension yesterday. That deal reportedly includes a $31 million signing bonus as well. And according to Over the Cap, the average annual salary on Watson's extension places him 15th among wide receivers. ESPN and NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport joined the Pat McAfee show yesterday. He shared more details on the value of this extension for Green Bay.
When he has played, he is excellent. And this is a really strong deal. It's about $23 million per year at its base, about 27 or so at its max, and gives him the kind of security that he really has wanted. There is a possibility, if he goes out and plays 17 games, that he is going to make this deal look like a bargain for the Packers. But, that's the goal.
Find more over on ESPN.com and stay tuned right here for Wolde and Tausch as they continue reacting to the Christian Watson news. Then tonight, the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Colorado Rockies. First pitch is at 7:40 p.m. right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde and Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do here?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Friday edition. Approaching the 18th hole at TPC Wisconsin. It's Mark Tauscher edition. The live from the AmFam Championship, where it is currently not really raining hard, drizzling, but there is some rain in the forecast, so they're juggling the schedule, and we are inside the media center at TPC Wisconsin edition. The Christian Watson Extension Edition. And I don't think Tausch is going to be super pleased with what Keisean Nixon said about the Packers-Bears rivalry edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which is all free, all customizable, and always to be found in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde, normally in Green Bay, but instead here at TPC Wisconsin alongside Jesse Nelson, who was not going to miss a chance at free breakfast.
No, I'm not.
Ryan Wollersheim is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison.
I'm literally here this morning and tomorrow and Sunday, so I'm really not missing a chance at free breakfast.
And at the end of the table, he is the Packers Hall of Famer and one of the great brand ambassadors for American Family Insurance. It is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. I don't have to ask you how you are. I rode here with you.
How about that?
And
First time
how did you
ever.
think that went?
About what I expected. Now, luckily, Eleanor was our buffer, so I brought some stability in the car with me, even though, well, the good thing is I knew we were going to be safe because Jesse drives very deliberately, which is good. And he's lived in Sun Prairie now forever.
How long have you lived in your
5
current
years
home?
since Irick and the team have gotten you that great
when I first moved down to this
Stacey
area,
Bruner.
which was
Stacy and Irick and the
yeah,
squad.
Stacy Bruner and Irick all helped me move into my house in 2022.
They're movers now too.
No, but they helped me find the house and get situated and everything. But
Two guys.
You just see him
guys
lugging
that
fridges around.
they
I
certainly
didn't know Bruner had that kind of body strength.
I mean, he does. Certainly, both would be fully capable. If I did ask them to help me move, I probably should have.
If I got a buddy that's moving, you think those guys should help me?
Call him up.
All right.
You can get Ashton too, as long as he's not swinging a hammer instead of Stacy Bruner's.
I have lived in Sun Prairie since 2017.
Okay, so here's the deal. Jesse, we have a big team at ESPN Madison out here. So there's, we want to consolidate. Jason drives down, which is great, from Green Bay, and we're coming out. So you know what? I'm going to stay out here all day and go to hopefully the concert tonight. So I'm making a full day of it. Jesse's going to come pick us up. We're going to ride as a unit, talk about the show and prep. All we did was rag on Evan Cohen and his. Well, I'm not speaking out of turn. We were talking about Evan and
they had PJ Carlissimo on. We were talking about their interview with PJ Carlissimo.
Kind of changed some things.
NBA Finals tonight.
So, normally you want to go in a straight line. Right, or as close of a straight line as to get from point A to point B.
I have a question when we get to the end of this, by the way.
Jesse, thankfully, pulls in. He's got his nice new car. Jason's sitting shoddy with seat jammed way back.
Got the car last September.
Is it that old?
Yeah.
I didn't ride down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford with you.
No, you've been avoiding me.
No, you put me in that little baby. You put me in that little baby car.
Well, I used to have.
Yeah, the
a
baby
Honda
car
Civic.
with the baby phone and the baby TV.
Yeah, no.
I drove last time down to Hard Rock. So Jesse and I have done some of these trips. This is the first time all of us got in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to Jason's credit, he did get out of shotgun.
I appreciate
although
you
know that I like sitting in the back. I want to be limo driven.
I got to
I want to
Jesse's
put
house.
a little top hat on old Gel, and I want to make it feel like he's Jeeves sitting there driving the rig. So he picks us up 5 minutes late.
Did I not ask you immediately when I arrived at your house, does Tausch want to sit in the front or in the back?
I said Tausch typically sits in the front.
But
because it's
I
usually
was
just
sit
you
in the
and
back
I.
right away.
I said I've never driven. I've never driven
By the way,
Tausch with anyone else in the car.
It's totally pompous for me to sit in the back with Jesse driving. So, as much as I'd like to, and
you have done it.
Watch my show. No, I have not. Watch my show, The Friends and Neighbors, that new show that's on. Apple.
I like that.
Good show.
You stopped watching or listening to Homeland then? Is that where we're at on that?
No, I've been doing more podding because there are some things I missed in the season finale on that I had to go back and watch as I walked.
Imagine that you needed to watch a television
Well, anyways, Jesse picks us up, and it's pretty simple. You get down on the road, and you go to TPC, which is near the airport. We've been out here now. I think this is the second year we've done this out here. Jesse turns wrong out of the driveway. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, what do you mean? And I thought maybe Johnny GPS had it in
the line
there.
was, so you're going to take the long way.
Yeah,
it was.
I thought you had the GPS in it. It's like, because it's not, if you go up and then around, it's not really that much out of the way, but it's still out of the way. And I know with gas prices and everything that you want to, keep that tight.
Yeah.
He drives the wrong way, and then he gets up there, and instead of going down and making it where there's no stop and go lights, he decides he wants to go the other way. So then I politely said, I think you want to take a right here. Well, I don't even know which way. Where does this go? You've lived here forever. But we did get here safe and sound, and then Jesse did finish it up with a great, and I mean a great parallel park job. Now, you could have just pulled right in the spot. You didn't need to parallel park. There was a pretty big space. But all in all, you got us here, and I want to just say I'm thankful for that. So
Sounds like it. Sounds like you're very thankful and
thankful
appreciative for the
yes.
ride. That's good.
So this is the question that this brought to my mind as we were all happily riding together, and I am glad Eleanor was with us because I think there would have been a little harsher critique of certain decisions that were made. Do you use your GPS? Like I use Google Maps, and wherever I am, if I'm leaving Lambeau and going home, I still put in home. I have it on all the time. I want to see if there's a delay on 172. I want to figure out what time my ETA is. Like, I use it for literally every trip, even though I know where I'm going. And it sounds like Jesse never uses his, which might have come in handy today.
I'm with Jesse on that. Why? If you know the route, what are you doing?
Exactly, which is why I didn't plug it in.
But you didn't know the route.
Yes, I did know the route.
Obviously,
Apparently,
you didn't.
You just know a different route that
A better route.
think is quicker. I don't know if that's actually even true because you're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
So when we're taking the route from your house, there's you got to take turns no matter which way you're going to try and get.
Yeah,
here.
you do have to turn to get to places. That's true.
Tausch does not have an express lane from his house to TPC Wisconsin.
I do not.
So no
But I'm
turns.
saying, like, the route is kind of step-laddery. And so because I went this way
Step-laddery.
as opposed to this way, I think it's, 6 to 1, half a dozen to another. I
Okay.
don't think that we're not talking like, we're not going to Milwaukee and I'm saying let's go route to La Crosse first to try and get there. Like, it was just two different ways to end up at the same place. We all got here. And
Would we have gotten here faster
We were
if
only-
you had taken the route that Tausch would have recommended?
No.
Well, we would have got here a little faster if Jason had been here at the time that he said he was.
He
gonna
did show
get
up
here
late.
this
I'm
morning.
assuming that's what.
You said
Stop
be
it.
there
Said-
at 8:05. I arrived at 8:07.
Is that on time, Tausch?
It's not Lombardi time, that's for sure.
Certainly
I didn't
isn't.
realize Jesse had so many Lombardi-esque qualities. All right, so we are here. The golf is going to be slightly altered in terms of
Yeah, I think it's moved
scheduling.
back an hour. It's not. I mean, we walked in the rain. I think we probably put a picture up. It was not bad. It was nice little easy rain.
One of the AmFam Championship staffers even joined us for our photo. That was fun.
It was
She was
very
very
nice.
nice.
Yep.
The big news of the day yesterday, which we will spend a chunk of today's program discussing, of course, it broke while we were on the air. If you weren't listening, you heard Mike, the wedding DJ, get irritated that we pushed back trivia because of this breaking news. But it
You
was
two got a cute little thing going.
pretty significant breaking
You're
news.
totally irritated by him, and I think he knows how to needle you. But I'm not even sure he's needling you.
I think that's just who he is. I don't think it's like a charming.
We're well aware you don't think it's charming. I see you.
Christian Watson signs a 4-year, $110.5 million extension.
Yep.
And my biggest surprise has been the percentage of people like your Barstool buddy, who then I think tuned into the show and sent a tweet toward us about
good.
our view of him, who think it was overpaying by a significant amount, even though Christian Watson becomes the 16th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, people don't think he's a number one. There are some people nationally and some Packer fans, which is more than I thought. I thought this would be oh my gosh, great job. I think the vast majority of us, I can speak for myself, think this is a really great signing for Green Bay. And it's not just because he's 16th or 17th paid in that regard. It's also they can get out of that contract pretty easily. And that's really what you're always looking for is, how easily, if things go south, and especially with somebody with the injury history, that you can get out of it relatively without a ton of pain. The pain points of these contracts now are a lot. It used to be if you had $5 or $6 million in dead space, everybody was freaking out. Now, people are writing $41, $52, $60 million off like it's nothing because the cap keeps going up. So this is one of those. The Packers are paying a little bit. They're giving him an opportunity to be the guy that, when he's healthy, he is a fantastic player. I don't know anybody that's going to argue, maybe other than Jelly, but there are folks that say he is not a number one. And I would argue his speed, his explosiveness, and what he does to a defense when he's out there is number one. Is he the most crisp? Is he Justin Jefferson? Jamar Chase, no.
He's also not being paid, but
not really even in the same zip code. Like it's $23 million compared to 40-something that these guys are making. So I think I just think it was such a sensible, smart signing by Green Bay. I was realistically, before we ducked rubber stamp yesterday, the question I had is, would Christian Watson accept something? I knew Green Bay would offer something like that. The fact that Christian Watson accepted it and went on, I think is a great thing for the Green Bay Packers.
I want to get further into that. I also want to talk about something that Gabe brought up about whether there was a lesson learned from the Davante Adams saga when I talked to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. But this feels to me like the old days where you locked guys up early and got them at a discount because they wanted some security.
This is his 6th year, right, Watson's?
It is his 5th year. 22, 23, 24, 25 were
Okay.
his first 4 seasons.
All
right. But he was on a 1-year deal that he had signed while he was still on the PUP list, which obviously gave him some security, and I think that was his thought process. Again, we'll get into that coming up live from TPC Wisconsin for the AmFam Championship after Tausch tells us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, if you're shopping for new windows and doors, you should never have to sit there and just battle with who you're buying them from. Pella sticks to the straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their homes, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors also sells, they install, they service them, they go all the way. Real pricing, premium quality without any games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We'll talk more about Christian Watson's contract extension and Jaden Reed's and what that does potentially for the Packers' bottom line. Next, live from the AmFam Championship at TPC Wisconsin, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, and it's another Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Coming up to close out today's show, live from the American Family Insurance Championship, we'll share some of our favorite feel-good stories of the week. As you get ready for your next paint project at home, I highly encourage you to make Hallman Lindsay Paints your first stop. So easy to get connected with a Hallman Lindsay Pro Painter. All you have to do, stop into any Hallman Lindsay store, ask, and they'll connect you with the pro painter that best fits what your project calls for. And remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint. Check them out at HallmanLindsay.com. That's HallmanLindsay.com. Hallman Lindsay, great paint, great people. And stay tuned for Feel Good Friday coming up to close out the show, live from TPC Wisconsin in the AmFam Championship, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6. And follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions. Presented by Siding Unlimited, your local window installation pros.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Houser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Mark Tauscher here, and take it from me, the best game nights start with pizza. Try the new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, featuring crispy baked Parmesan on the crust for a golden cheesy crunch in every bite. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to order and find more great deals. The new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, available now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
The Packers are extending Christian Watson.
He is going to be the guy. In a couple of years, this deal, if he is playing the way it is, it's going to look genius.
Keep reacting right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
If you're listening on ESPN Madison, you just heard Tausch from yesterday saying that in years to come, if Christian Watson plays like we expect him to, we're going to feel really good about this contract.
You understand, like, who are the wideouts coming up that are studs that are going to be getting paid market value?
It's a good question. I did not look at that. I did look at where...
Let's just say Rome Odunze down in Chicago.
Who we don't even know how good he is.
He's a good player, but obviously young. Don't know. Yeah, exactly. If he starts on that track of being a stud one and he's Caleb's guy and all this, he's going to be $50-some-odd million a year.
So the current landscape of how wide receivers are getting paid, the Packers' 2 contract commitments to Jaden Reed and Christian Watson are in total, if they got every penny that is in each of their contracts, would total $160.75 million.
That's all in?
Yes.
Okay.
Jackson Smith and Jigba's contract is $168.6 million.
For 4 years.
For one player.
For how many years?
For 4 years.
Yeah.
So when you look at the cost that we are talking about here, it's roughly $51 million in guaranteed money. Watson at $31 million. And again, the Packers, they announced the contract yesterday, which means the contract has been filed with the NFL and the NFLPA. So we should have more details today or tomorrow on what it is structured as. But I don't know about you, Tausch. I'm guessing there aren't a whole lot more guaranteed dollars in this. And if it's only $31 million in a signing bonus and a couple of base salaries, that is not nearly the $60 million fully guaranteed at signing that Alec Pierce
I need
got.
some help. I need some help understanding this because you're going through all of this, and immediate reaction yesterday was awesome job by the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a call if you don't think that's the case, because I don't understand it. I don't understand our fan base looking at this anything but saying, great job, Russ. Great job, Green Bay Packers, of doing this, because you just went through all of it. I just told you kind of how things are projecting, and the only thing I can think of is obviously he's missed games. It happens. Even if Christian Watson gives you 12 games a year at this, what he does when he's out there producing, and his numbers, you went through it yesterday, very similar to some of the some of these wide receivers that have played 17 weeks. Now, is he Drake? Is he any of these guys that have been paid $45 million a year? He's not right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen him at his potential, and I get a lot of grief when I bring this up, but it's the truth. In his rookie season, there's only one other rookie wideout that has ever produced the way Christian Watson did in a 6-game stretch. Now, I know it's 6 games. Great. What do we always say? How do we evaluate rookies? Do we evaluate them at their worst?
No, the
Or
Homer
do we
rule.
evaluate them at, boy, this is what this could look like? Now, you're going to get stung sometimes with that attitude, but he has shown when he's healthy, he is a dynamic football player.
Mm-hmm.
And he changes the way Matt LaFleur calls games, and he changes the way defenses have to cover this team. So that's where I just have a hard time understanding, and I want people to explain it to me because I want to hear. I want you to tell me this is why this is a bad move. This is why I think the Packers were. But outside of saying, well, he's injury prone, he never plays, I don't know what other solution, what other answer you could give me that I would look at and say, now, if you think that he is just a mid, like Jesse, a mid wideout, I couldn't disagree with you more.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Alan Lazard.
And the facts would not back that position.
He ain't Alan Lazard. I hope have you finally come to grips to say he's not Alan Lazard?
He's not Alan Lazard.
First off, Alan Lazard is a blocking fool.
I said when I made that comparison that
you were having a conversation.
Their skill sets are completely
What would
different.
Pat
Their
Murphy
body
say
types
about
are
that
completely
But then you
different.
still compared him. So just wait a second. They don't catch the ball the same way. They don't run like it. They don't block like it. But I'm still going to comp.
They're not
the two
built
of them.
the same way.
But I'm still comping both.
The comparison is receivers who believe that they are number ones that I don't know are number ones.
Do you think Alan Lazard really thought he was number one with Devontae on the team?
Not with Devontae on the team, but when Devontae wasn't on the team, he was the number one. Remember? That was a year that happened.
It was 2022. It was a great year.
That was
and he was he the bona fide number one?
He led them in receiving.
All right, that's why he missed the playoffs.
That is one of the reasons. Yes.
I was right.
Might have wanted to keep Devontae Adams there. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and text line. Less is more. You are basically saying the same things that I said to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning on my drive down, and that is I don't understand what fans are unhappy about. Because, by the way, you got him at this price tag
because of that.
Because of his injuries. And if he had been healthy all this time, based on 35 catches for 611 yards and 6 touchdowns in 10 games is incredible production. And I understand that he missed the first half of the season. He also missed it because of an ACL tear that he suffered in a game he shouldn't have been playing in the first place, and he played because Romeo Doubs was sick. Mm-hmm. So, and again, he came back on a better timeline than some projected. And by the way, in the 2024 season, when he suffered that ACL tear in the last game of the regular season, he had played in 15 games. So it was not like he had missed a ton of time. I do think when you, for example, leave Denver in an ambulance, people think this guy's injury prone, and that recalcifies that view of him. He played the next week. He didn't miss any games. Has he left some games with injuries that you would have liked for him to still be on the field? Absolutely. But he's missed 20 out of a possible 68 games. It is not great, but there are certainly bigger examples of guys that were sidelined for more. 844-770-3776. Again, that is the Carbless Talk and text line. List is more. We do want to hear why you don't like this deal. And what I would argue, Tausch, and this is what I wrote about today too, is that Jaden Reed was concerned after last season, missing all the time he did with the Jones fracture and the broken collarbone. He wanted some security. He had never broken a bone in his life, and last year he broke 2. And he missed all that time in the middle of the season. I think he ended up playing 7 games. So he took less money than he could have gotten had he gambled on himself and played out the season. Christian Watson took less money than he would have gotten on the open market if he stayed healthy. But here's the thing about this if he stayed healthy thing. Why didn't we say that about the signing of Micah Parsons? Because Micah Parsons, by the way, tore his ACL last season, and they never won another game. No one said, well, this is a great deal as long as he stays healthy.
Well, because Micah Parsons, he missed a little bit, his second year?
He did, and he missed, I think, 12. I think he played 12 out of 17 games the previous season.
Because Micah Parsons is viewed as the best at his position. Christian Watson is not. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Again, I think this is – I think we're going to look at these deals and say they got bargains. And I know there are fans that don't agree with
I'll say
that.
this. I think that Jaden Reed contract is going to really hold up well. If he is as productive as he was in his first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Led them in receiving his first 2 years.
Christian Watson, I think you're going to deal. My hunch is he will be in and out of the lineup. I don't think he's going to be a 17-game-a-year guy. That's just not, history would tell you that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he needs to be. I think if he is there, if you can get 13 or 14 games a year from him at that production level that we just talked about, that's going to be fantastic. But Jaden Reed, I would be shocked if he isn't, a bona fide 2 that does everything, Randall Cobb-esque, if you will. If that's the case, he's going to be looking at that, saying the same thing. So the Packers have wisely saw these 2 guys, seen that they've had some injuries, and said, you know what, we're going to take care of these guys. We're going to do it early. They're going to be bought in. And in a room last year that obviously wasn't bought in, we now have that. We also have a clear tierdom of where guys are. And I think the wild card in it is MG. And MG can really – I think he could still be the number 1 receiver on this team. And that contract with Christian Watson still makes a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So – because – they ain't going to have to pay him for 2 or 3 more years. And at that point, you will know, okay, Christian Watson, this is either, working or it's not. And then Matthew Golden could end up being, at that point where I think we all hope, is at the point where you're having the conversation like, man, can we really spend $55 million a year on him? That's the conversation we hope to be having.
By the time he hits free agency or is on the verge of it. Yep.
I got a text yesterday afternoon from one of my Bears fan friends that I went to college with, and he said, are you as happy with the Christian Watson contract as I am?
He's a Bears fan.
As a Bears fan, yes. And he said he doesn't see him as a wide receiver 1. He doesn't think most people that are football fans see him as a wide receiver 1. Are you just...
I saw Trey Wingo is seeing it, that he thinks it's an overpay.
Are you viewing the definition of a wide receiver 1 differently now? Because, tomorrow's the AmFam Championship Celebrity Foursome. Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson are competing. They both at different points were wide receiver 1s in Green Bay. And we knew that they were. And they were so good. And then, obviously, Devontae was. And you can look at the history of great wide receiver 1s that have come through Green Bay. Do you believe that Christian Watson can fit that same dynamic in an offense like those guys did?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't?
I don't see it the same way, no.
Jesse, I think the problem is that the way the wide receiver room has been structured since 2023, when they had drafted Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson the previous year, and then drafted Wicks and Reed in the 23 draft, those guys you mentioned, they all ascended to being the number 1 receiver before Christian Watson is being put in that position now in his 5th season. 2017 was the year that Devontae became the number 1 receiver. Jordy Nelson was drafted in 2008. He became the number 1 receiver in 2011. So we're further down the path with Christian Watson's career without having said, oh, he's the one. Well, guess what? The way they've paid him, the way they've let 2 guys leave this offseason, has made it clear that they view him as the one. Now, if they're wrong, like they've been wrong on other things, then there's a problem. And they need Matthew Golden to be much better in year 2 than he was in year 1. I would also say this. We said this about the Jordan Love contract, and no one seems to complain about it. No one seems to bring up his $55 million a year salary because it's the cost of doing business. Guess what? With Christian Watson, this is the cost of doing business, and you did it at a discounted rate. So I'm not going to worry about what Bears fans think of this signing. If they want to be joyful about this, let's see what they end up paying Rome Odunze down the road. Let's see what they end up paying Luther Burden
I
down the road.
think they think both of those guys are better than Christian Watson. And
what evidence do we have that those guys are both better than
at this point, well, they don't have to pay him yet either.
Right.
So I think one of the things that's getting lost on this is if the Packers easily could have not given him that little sprinkler last year, that $13 million and some of that guaranteed money. This is a different conversation. If he would have been an unrestricted free agent or however last year played out,
this is a great point.
That would have been a different starting point in the negotiation.
He would have been hitting the market after what he did in those 10 games last year.
10-game run, all of a sudden that price point, this is no longer yesterday's deal. times changed.
We live in a different world than we lived in 30 seconds ago, to quote Draft Day.
Exactly. When that is also a part of this, because people are saying, well, you should have waited for more, you should have done this, It is unique to me that you have such strong opinions on both sides of this. To me, it's a no-brainer. This is a great deal for the Green Bay Packers.
We'll get to more of your responses. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more. You don't have to hop on a plane or board a cruise ship or ride shotgun with Jesse in his new vehicle to feel like you've escaped. Your next getaway is waiting in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the stay. The biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee. Nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And if you're hungry, you've got so many options. The Dream Dance Steakhouse, the Marketplace, Rock and Brews, my favorite, Canal Street Cafe, Ru Yi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, food and drink specials happening all the time. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, and a full night out, all in one place, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More Wilde and Tausch live from the AmFam Championship. Stick around.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I feel like as Wisconsin fans, we know of one donor, and that is Ted Kellner for the University of Wisconsin. The fact that we talk about him and nobody else's donors is part of the problem.
Part of it is that other schools have major donors. They have more than one.
Yes, that's the thing.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Just a short drive from Milwaukee and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. And on-site camping lets you stay all weekend. June Sprints is up next and coming June 5th through the 7th. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets the outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
This is our crew.
Adding a guy like Scooble would certainly make you a better team. I do think that would make them a World Series contender because I think they are right now.
You're listening to Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
What are you doing? It's a nice little TV tray you got there on a nice
Is that
brand new
a good
laptop.
Karma Brands laptop?
It
Yeah,
is.
sure is, huh?
You poured your Mrs. Buttersworth onto your plate. It's going to end up in the keyboard.
No, it's not. I poured it onto the plate.
Well,
But
let's
you're-
hope that's the only way it's sticky. If I'm, all right.
What the?
Stop spilling syrup on. Stop spilling syrup on your.
844-770-3776.
That's messed up.
Oh, I agree. As you're dabbling more.
Oh, look, I can pour the syrup and not get it on the keyboard. Oh.
I cannot wait till that tips over into your keyboard in front of all these people. Let's go to the Carbless Talk and text line as we're discussing the 4-year, $110.5 million extension that Christian Watson gets. Remember, it's an extension, so it adds on to his existing years. So he's under contract for 5.
So it's really about $23 million a year.
So you have to average it exactly. New money is the one average, but that this year he is under contract as well. Let's go to the phones. 844-770-3776. Let's talk to Keith in Heartland. Keith, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking my call. So I actually think this is a great contract. I mean, I think it's a very Packer-friendly contract. But I just want to point out that, as we talk about all these things, we talk about them in isolation. And, there have been other conversations about expectations for Matthew Golden, for Reed, how we think Tucker Kraft is going to explode, how we think Watson's going to explode. And even with thinning the receiver corps, there still aren't enough footballs for all these guys to meet the expectations that are being built for them. If each one of those guys, those 4 guys, has 800 yards next year, I don't know if, anyone would say that they each one had reached their potential or had a successful year. But if they do that, Jordan Love's still going to throw for 4,500 yards when you factor in the other guys. Mm-hmm. And that would be a phenomenal season for him, especially on a team that runs the ball. So, I mean, it's great to look at these in isolation, but, whether these are successful or not, you have to define them in the context of the whole team. And, I think this is still a good contract, even if, Watson ends up with 800 yards next year, but everyone will be saying, we'll be having a conversation a year from now about what a disappointing season it was for a number 1. So I think, Packers are in a unique situation. They've got 4 guys who could potentially be 1,000-yard receivers. There aren't that many teams that could say that. But we just have to realize that no matter what they're paid, they're not all going to reach that level.
I think it's an interesting point, Keith. I would say, though, that, and you made the point within your point, it would be a heck of a lot harder if you were also trying to spread the ball to Romeo Dobbs and Dontavion Wicks. I'm sure they will find different ways to get the ball to Savion Williams on occasion. Also, I think it's unlikely that Reed, Watson, Golden, and Kraft all play all 17 games, so there are going to be games where you're looking for Bo Melton to chip in. But
Keith, who's going to be the leading receiver on this team this year?
I think it's going to be Jaden Reed.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think people way underestimate how good he was.
I agree with this.
2 years ago. I'll give you 4 or 5 stats on him that I would wish I could give him to Gabe, to be honest with you, because he's.
Well, you want to wait and give him to Gabe? You can do that.
No, Gabe is not.
Gabe's an anti-Reed.
He's not a believer.
He's an anti-Reedite.
But you can pass these along. So the first stat.
Jesse, you see how this is? People bring stats and things. He could be producing.
I'm prepared on this one.
Plus, not only that, the quality of his audio is pretty high.
Yeah, it's really strong.
You have
he's
your
not
own
wolfing
studio?
down.
Good
He's
job.
not wolfing down a pancake on top of a company-issued laptop.
Good job by Keith.
So Keith's killing it today.
I'm driving. I'm driving right now. So
and he's making all the
Anyway,
stops.
Do you drive a Lincoln?
And he's using a GPS.
I do not.
Oh, what a guy.
But you can use these Reed stats. His passer rating when targeted 2 years ago was 137 something. That was second in the league behind Terry McLaurin by like just a tiny fraction. He had. When I look at this stuff, I call it opportunities. Mm-hmm. So it's how many targets plus how many carries you had. There's only one guy in the league. He had over 1,000 yards combined from scrimmage. There's only one guy in the league that had more yards on fewer opportunities, and that was George Kittle. Okay. The Packers averaged, and if you compare that with Josh Jacobs had 1,700 yards that year, but he had 350 opportunities. Reed had 1,000 yards on 95 opportunities. So it's a really productive guy for the opportunities. The Packers averaged a yard per carry more when Reed was on the rushing, when Reed was on the field than otherwise. Now, I get that that's not Reed, okay? Mm-hmm. Totally. But his threat is and especially for a slot guy that can get deep, that affects the running game, okay? He also, I know Gabe's always getting on him because he's not on the field all the time. He's on the field for 87% of the Packers passing attempts that year. Okay, well, I don't know, so basically Gabe's argument is he should be blocking more, which who cares, right?
Like Alan Lazard.
Exactly. Okay.
Jesse's not even listening to the show anymore. He's very focused on his
wanting to make sure
sausage.
that extra Mrs. Butterworth.
I appreciate that you're coming around to the comparison, Tausch. Thank you.
Anyway,
all right. So Keith, bottom line, I wanted to bring up these stats. Again, Jesse, this is how this works.
Just keep bringing stats up.
So I think the 2024 Vikings are a interesting comp because they obviously had a undeniable number one wide receiver.
We don't have an undeniable number
just
one.
wait.
Okay. Right.
Because we got to spread around some of what Jay Jettis got in these stats. But that season, Sam Darnold threw for 4,300 yards. Okay? In their passing game, Justin Jefferson caught 103 passes for 1,500 plus yards.
Pretty good season.
Right. Jordan Addison caught 63 passes for 875. T.J. Hawkinson, who at the time is Tucker-esque, right? He was still more on top of his 41 receptions for 455 yards. And then Jalen Naylor was their third receiver, and he only had 28 catches. But if we're taking some away from Jefferson, because Watson is not, we can all agree,
he is not
Justin Jefferson.
No, he's not.
That there is enough to go around to 4 players of that ilk. And Keith, I appreciate you giving us that core idea because that prompted me to look this up. Thanks for the call. I would argue that Keith makes a reasonable point, and they're doing it at a much lower cost than a lot of other teams are going to end up doing.
They're almost all in the same as what you're paying Jay Jettis.
Correct. And unlike you and unlike me, Jay Jettis is not a UW Credit Union member.
No, you know, I love Wisconsin, and that's one of the reasons I am a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner, visit any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA, terms and conditions to apply.
Jesse, I'm going to go get some breakfast sausage and pancakes. Can I borrow your computer?
Yeah, sure.
More Wilde and Tausch live from the AmFam Championship at TPC Wisconsin. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tosher here for Olson Tune. Well, first impressions matter, and your outdoor space is often the first thing people see. And since 1997, Olson Tune has been helping homeowners and businesses across Dane County create and maintain outdoor spaces. From landscaping and concrete to excavation and year-round maintenance, they're your team for everything outdoors. Ready to elevate your property? Contact Olson Tune today and learn more at olsontune.com. Creating lasting impressions every season, every day. That's the Olson Tune difference.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. The American Family Insurance Championship takes center stage in Madison this weekend at TPC Wisconsin. And competing in the annual Celebrity Foursome is a 3-time NCAA national champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and a college national player of the year. And that's the same person. It's Wisconsin women's hockey star Caroline KK Harvey. Harvey joins tournament host and Wisconsin superfan Andy North, along with former Packers wide receivers Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson for the 9-hole competition set to take place on Saturday afternoon.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I know the value of gear that works as hard as you do. And with Father's Day coming up, Iron Jock has some great bundle deals for every kind of dad. Get a performance t-shirt and low-cut socks for just $35, a polo and cap bundle for $65, or grab a lightweight hoodie and jogger set for only $100. Iron Jock gear is moisture-wicking, anti-static, built with 4-way stretch, and powered by silver ion technology to help eliminate odor-causing bacteria. Shop Father's Day bundles now through June 21st at ironjock.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Just how good was The Miz this May?
How would you describe the month you had?
Yeah, it was pretty good. How about if we told you your ERA was 0.23 for the month of May? I mean, that's decent. Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Jesse, have we come across anyone who disagrees with Tausch and I on the text portion of the Carvelous Talking text line? Because I have someone lined up who does disagree.
No, I have not seen anyone who disagrees. I'm reading through some of the text coming through here. Brandon in Tulsa says he's with Jason. He uses his GPS every time he drives.
Thank you, Brandon.
That was great from at the start of the show. A lot of text saying they like the move. They like the signing for Christian Watson. No one here has said that they disagree with it.
Well, then that means they disagree with Kyle Wallace of Kyle and Brust, who I tried to talk him down yesterday. I thought I maybe made some progress. It was after he had said this on his program, but again, I'm not quite sure about that. Here is Kyle Wallace, who very much does not think that this was money well spent.
The Green Bay Packers clearly overpaid for Christian Watson. I know a lot of people talk about, but he's so talented. I agree. I think Christian Watson is extremely talented, but for a guy who's never played more than 15 games in a season, for a guy that's never had more than 620 receiving yards in a season, for a guy that's never had more than 42 catches in a season, we are still talking about potential going into year 5. He has given us number 3 numbers, but Goody gave him a number 1 salary as a wide receiver. So it just puts a lot of expectations on him. Did he earn these dollars? I don't believe he's earned this contract. But will this end up working out? TBD.
Classic TBD.
That's true. That is about as classic of a TBD situation as you could have right there.
Number 3 receiver numbers. Again, the way the Packers structured their wide receiver room and the fact that they have essentially with what they've done and with Matt LaFleur literally saying it was a problem when I asked him after the draft, I do believe that numbers are a tough way to gauge anyone in the Packers offense because they chose to go about it the way they did at wide receiver. Agree or disagree?
I don't know. I don't think we would have been saying that about Tucker Kraft. I think his numbers, had he stayed healthy, were going to be pretty strong.
He's not a wide receiver, though.
He's not, but he's part of the crew. And I think there's I don't know how much of this comes back to Devontae. I think Green Bay likes having it set up this way, and they held off on kind of determining who was going to play what, where, when, and there is a pecking order once the payment comes out. That's pretty obvious to see, and now it's going to be. I don't think Jordan Love is going to change his mentality. Oh, Christian Watson's making $23 million. We got to get him the ball more. It's Christian Watson's going to be open. We're going to get him the ball. Jaden Reed's open. We're going to get the ball. The Matthew Golden. I think now everybody is kind of slotted in and found their things. This is where you don't want to get in a position where you were last year, where you have a bunch of guys trying to get contracts, trying to. I reckon it to a lot like an NBA player that is all about trying to get stats, and they're not because they want to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as interested in what role they can play. You get paid, you then are a lot more accepting of your role. Jaden Reed, now that he's gotten paid, he is going to be accepting of the role that he has. That doesn't mean he's going to settle and say, well, no, I'm going to do what number 3 or number 4 wideouts do. That's not how it's going to be, but they're going to be a heck of a lot more receptive in jumping on board what the team is looking for when they feel like they've been a part of it and they understand what is expected of them. So that's how I look at this whole scenario, and I think that is why you don't ever want to get in a situation. I'd be surprised if Goody allowed that to happen again, where it's, well, here we go. We have 4 guys that are all in their 3rd year. Nobody has really established themselves, and that's where you get into a lot of trouble and the disgruntlement that we saw.
We'll get to the 10 o'clock hour. One of my favorite retirees just entered the chat and the building, so I'd like to say hello to him.
Jordy Nelson?
No, not Jordy Nelson. Our friend Dan Kelly. Is there any sort of grand event where someone might need coaching on using very large scissors? Is that why he's here? Or is he just in an emeritus role?
I should have left as a new shirt. I should have left my tag and just let him cut it. That would have been a smart move by me.
Well, if he had done that and then slipped with the scissors, because we know there have been times where that has not gone well, and he accidentally maybe did some personal injury to you, you could have called David Gruber, and Gruber Lofts is on top of it and gone after Dan Kelly. Gruber Lofts says, one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. That's the number to call if you've been injured in an accident. Or go to the website, gruber-law.com. More Wilde and Tausch live from TPC Wisconsin for the AmFam Championship. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy-to-use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Reaction continues from Packers wide receiver Christian Watson agreeing to a 4-year, $110.5 million contract extension yesterday. That contract reportedly includes a $31 million signing bonus. According to Over the Cap, the average annual salary on Watson's extension places him 15th among wide receivers. ESPN and NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport joined the Pat McAfee show yesterday. He shared more details on the average annual value of this contract for Green Bay.
When he has played, he is excellent. And this is a really strong deal. It's about $23 million per year at its base, about 27 or so at its max, and gives him the kind of security that he really has wanted. There is a possibility, if he goes out and plays 17 games, that he is going to make this deal look like a bargain for the Packers. But, that's the goal.
Find more reactions and information over on ESPN.com and stay tuned right here on Wilde and Tausch for more reacting to Christian Watson's extension. Then the Milwaukee Brewers back on the road tonight taking on the Rockies, 7:40 p.m. first pitch right here on 1.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say kissing cousins, Pack Vikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And will end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Live from TPC Wisconsin for the AmFam Championship. And joining us now, he's been with us from the jump.
He's the GOAT.
He's not with AmFam anymore. He's retired.
You are what? He's still with it. He's an emeritus now.
I was about to say he's the most popular professor at the University of Wisconsin, dropping a reference to the American president instead, but no, you had to scold me instead. Hi, Dan. It's Dan Kelly, whatever the hell you do around here.
Well, thanks for having me. I was not expecting this today. Just pop in and down at the tournament, and it's great to see you guys.
Well, please clarify for me what exactly you do for American Family Insurance now that you're retired.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm wearing their gear, so I'm still a representative of American.
No, you're not, Dan. Jason just said you're done.
Are you going to the concert tonight, and are you going to be with Tausch? Because I don't want to be, that's for sure.
Good news, we will not be together. No, Dan and I are going to be together. We usually try to find out. There's no baseball tournament this weekend. We've always had to go to Janesville, and it's always been an 8 a.m. tip on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm. That's been a limiter for you the last couple of years.
Is it really limited, though? Yeah. We still get it done.
Oh, we do.
This is going to be this is going to be a fun one tonight.
I think so. First of all, I think country music bands are fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Those bands like to perform. They like to entertain their fans. I think that they really seem to enjoy themselves when they're out there. So I'm looking forward to that aspect of it for sure.
Jason, you're not going to come, huh? We have VIP tickets and everything for you.
No, I'm going to head back. Okay. But it's great to see you. I am putting together an over-under because that is what you traditionally have done on our program. And
actually, a request from the old TC
Tony?
To play this. He's excited. He's watching on the stream, and he said, DK is here. We got to go back and play over-under for the old days. Can you believe that we've done this 10 years?
Yeah,
Can you believe this is 10 years of this?
It's fast. I can't believe how fast it's come along, and hopefully you got another 10 in you guys.
Hopefully.
Everyone keeps saying that.
Yeah. It's really all contingent on how much. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was wrong in his prediction on our first show about how long it would last, saying 230 whatever shows. Mm-hmm. But he is right. It's as long as Tausch decides to keep doing this. That's really the key to the entire equation, and I will continue to tolerate him for as long as he's willing.
Well, you did handle the transition from Tony to Jesse, so that was one transition that was made.
It was.
Good job, Jell.
Thanks, Tausch.
Dan is a former executive.
Former.
He was a former executive here at American Family Insurance. How would you view it if someone had company-issued technology and is dumping syrup like it's his last breakfast on it? He's using it as a TV tray, dumping syrup, eating sausages, all the great spread out here. Is that something that you would think is worthwhile?
I'd look to give him some older equipment, if that's an option.
I've had this a few years.
Okay,
so that's good to know.
Due for an upgrade.
Maybe he's intentionally trying to get an upgrade by
sabotaging, a little saboteur.
Yeah. Except I didn't get any syrup on it.
Yeah,
it worked out perfectly
You're done good,
fine. I'm
Jesse.
coordinated.
As Jason's pulling up some over-unders to do, Christian Watson signing. Obviously, Jordan Love is an ambassador for American Family Insurance. And what have you kind of made of this offense now? I know we haven't played any games, but now you see Watson's going to be the one. Jaden Reed signs. You got Golden in the Jordan Love era. What do you think?
I think this upcoming year we're going to show some diversity. Once you get Kraft back, so you have the tight end being strong. If Jacobs, we'll see what happens there, or whatever happens in the backfield. But I think the wide receiver crew will provide some diversity with the type of skill sets that you got with Reed and Savion, and then you got Golden and then Christian. So you mix in that with the tight end, I think you're going to have some options.
While I have emphasized the fact that you are no longer doing what you used to do, you were such a vital part of this becoming what it has become when you come out here now in your emeritus role. How does it feel to see how this has grown and what Steve and everyone involved has been able to do with the AmFam Championship? Because literally the first year was our first year as a show. So when we're celebrating, I know you had the year with COVID where you didn't have the tournament, which was difficult. But we've been around about the same time, and it's amazing to see how much more of this has grown than our show has.
Well, this is the 10th year of the tournament, and it's really been a fun thing to participate and help or watch it grow. Community impact has been great. The charity, which is really what it's all about. I mean, the PGA Tour and the Champions Tour in particular are really good with charities. And this one, I think we're in the neighborhood of $22 million or so over the 10 years. So really a strong contribution to the charities. The impact on the community has been great. We were out at U Ridge at the beginning. The last 2 years we've been on here on the northeast side of Madison. Again, bringing something different to the community over here. So it's been a great partnership with the PGA. We've had great support throughout the community. The sponsors, you can't do this without the sponsors. We got record year for sponsors this year, so the engagement is still there. So it's been fabulous to watch it grow.
And Steve, we again the other night at the Pro-Am pairings party, just loved the fact he got choked up again when we kind of did our little panel thing before about the impact on him, the impact that he's making along with American Family Insurance.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Steve. I mean, he's known for getting emotional about this, but it's genuine. There's no fakeness to what he does with that heartfelt emotion that comes from him when he's thinking about bringing golf back to Wisconsin. In the last 10 years.
And my last golf question: this is a hard course. Will he tease it up from the whites?
This isn't a golf question.
No,
this
is
to be a dink question.
No, it's not to be a dink.
You are being a dink.
It's maybe a little bit.
It's being a dink.
Dan, we're fighting in front of you again. I know we should never fight in front of the kids. But does he break 200? With the water on and all of the things. Does
penalty strokes count?
Penalty strokes. Everything
counts.
You're playing PGA rules.
Yeah. No gimmies.
No gimmies. 200 out here.
It'd be tough.
Okay.
I'm only basing. I've never seen Jason golf. I'm only basing it on the repartee that
might be
occurs
part of it.
between you guys. But my sense is that it would be a challenge.
I agree.
I agree.
But if you hop in the Pro-Am some year, you might be able to. It's
Jason.
a little more of a scramble approach.
No, he is like Seinfeld. He will not run. He will not run. I have pushed and prodded and annoyed him to the nth degree.
He's definitely annoyed me.
And he refuses. We've had charitable. He won't golf. He is Jerry Seinfeld / you got to get going. You got a plane to catch. You're heading down to Pato, aren't you?
Look at the time.
So one more thing. We did the girls got fitted for their new golf clubs. They want me to start playing again. Maybe I will eventually make it out here, and I will not be Jerry Seinfeld. I have a personal question for you before we get to over/under. I am in very preliminary conversations about an adjunct professor role at the University of Wisconsin Green Bay.
Yeah.
As a professor yourself, what is the one tip you would give me?
Just wait, you're going to be a professor?
Yeah,
and what did you write this in Channel 3000? Don't bring this up ever?
What a way to bring this news.
I've been saving it for when I saw someone who actually is a professor.
I have a master's degree.
Tell me more about all those classes you've taught.
What do you mean?
He was teaching me how to drive this morning.
Well, you haven't taught. All right, continue on. I just find it ironic.
He's taught classes at the University of Wisconsin.
Dan has. You have this big news and you don't even bother telling us
it's
about
not
it?
Sneak it in at the end of our interview with
Did
Dan?
I not say very... This was
Unreal.
by the way, this was a question for you.
You
This
guys
has
are
nothing to do with these guys.
You guys are ready for a weekend split up.
This is why we don't do the show
in
in person.
I was
right
here
here
for one of them.
Well, isn't this like third out of the last 4 weeks?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Said like a man who's retired enough to listen to our show every day. Seriously, what's the key? Because I'm sure, knowing your personality, you make what could potentially be boring subject matter entertaining. That's got to be part of it. What else is important?
Well,
what a compliment! Boy, your stuff stinks. How do you put lipstick on that boring?
It's almost as if no one has any idea that I interview people for a living.
Well, I will say this stuff that I might think is humorous when I'm up there teaching in front of the class, they don't always think is humorous.
So part of the challenge.
Any examples?
I do look around the room and see who's kind of looking or not, and some of the references I might drop in are not
like Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah, the JR one does not go over well. And then I do have a goal every semester right now, and that is to not become a meme by the end of the semester. I mean, that's
so far so good.
Well, I haven't seen the meme if it has come through.
Okay.
How do you search to see if it is?
or become viral. I don't want any of those things. I don't want it. You guys might want to go viral with some of your stuff. I do not want to be viral from a student post.
We try to avoid getting clipped. You try to avoid being viral. All right.
The professor speaks for himself.
Rye
we
Guy,
going viral
Rye Guy, do you have some special music for this edition of Over Under with Dan Kelly, formerly of American Family Insurance?
Yeah, Jesse actually came in early today, guys. Came to the Everlight Solar Studios and built out this very special segment for this, or very special music for this segment.
Well, I bet I know what it is.
I bet it's royalty. All right, we begin with American Family Insurance brand ambassador Jordan Love. Over or under 4,100 passing yards. He has not even had a 4,000-yard season, I don't believe.
Are we all going to be weighing in?
Yeah, well, I'll jump in.
It all starts with you.
We always let the professor go first.
I'm going to go over.
Big year, huh?
I think along the lines of with the variety of weapons on the receiving end. I think that they're going to be tougher to defend against.
Yeah,
I'm going on somebody.
I'm going over as well, and I think because I don't know where the running back situation is. I don't know how good this O-line's going to be as far as, and I think you're now looking at it like, all right, old boy, let's see what you got. We got the weapons out here. Let's see you whip it around. Yeah, if he stays healthy, I think it has to be over 4,100.
I'm going to take the under. I think Tucker Kraft coming back will.
You got to put him at tailback.
No, I think the running back situation is going to be
gets
okay.
ornery when you join the show. It's like he feels like he's got an audience.
No, I'm sticking up for my guy. That's what I'm doing.
So here's the thing that we haven't really talked about. Jordan Love has been banged up each of the last 2 years. He hasn't played a full
We've
schedule.
talked exclusively about that. What are you talking about?
We've talked more about Christian Watson.
No, we've talked
Micah
a lot
Parsons
about that.
and Tucker Kraft.
Jordan, we never talked about
Malik
Jordan.
Willis needing a backup that's
I've
proven.
never talked about
Yeah, you're right. We don't
Taylor,
talk about that.
like that.
That's true.
I'm not confident he'll play enough games to get to that, hitting even if his number goes up.
So you're saying he's injury prone? He can't stay healthy.
Last 2 years,
Wow. Clip that.
I'm going more or over. All right, next one, Dan Kelly. Tucker Kraft, 950, which is a lot of receiving yards.
That is a lot.
I'm definitely going under on that one for now. First of all, he's not going to be there on day one, is he?
No, I think he's going to be ready for the opener.
So? Okay.
You got that 9-month rule. He'll be back.
All right. Even with that, I'm going to go under on the 950. That's a lot of yards for.
Yeah, I'm going to go over.
I was going to say Tausch is the biggest stand on him. I thought was thinking of him when
I got after him yesterday. He's training and he's putting down like he's Drago. I said, why the hell would you want to be Drago? You want to be Rocky. Like
because he wasn't in the wilderness.
He built himself a sauna out of just boards. He is that. That's what he does. Then he's out there training like he's Drago. No. Grab a big pile of rocks. Start pulling them down. Chop wood out in the woods. Like he could have been Rocky instead of Drago.
Would you say with your classes that a Rocky IV reference would get the glazed over eyes? Would you say?
Oh, you mean ending communism, or at least beating the Soviets in a Cold War? No.
We actually watched Rocky IV in one of my college classes.
It says a lot about the academics.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe that's two. I guess we got two adjunct. Well, I don't even know what that means. Professors over here.
Not a professor.
Hey,
did I? No
maybe y'all should throw Rocky IV on you. Get some people thinking, well, oh, what? Really? We can do this? Yeah.
You can do it. Jesse, under or over?
Under.
Me too. All right. Next one for Dan Kelly. Christian Watson, 8.5 touchdown catches.
8.5 for Christian Watson.
USA. USA.
We're back to Rocky?
Yes.
Rocky IV?
I am all in on Rocky. I think it is the greatest 6-part movie series of all time.
Which is the worst?
6.
Which is the worst of the
5 was god-awful, too.
Okay.
Then they spun it forward, and I thought Creed was pretty good.
Creed's good, yeah.
Creed's been
But that needed to end with the USA chair. That should have been it. Tommy Gunn, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
8.5 touchdoig catches for Christian Watson.
Back to the show.
What do you think of Ed Helms on The Office? Go ahead.
Big fan over there, right? That's
No.
I know. I would say 8.5 touch. I'm going over on that.
Over for Christian Watson.
He had
8.5
6 in
touchdowns.
10 games.
I don't know. There's some people that think he's overpaid.
He had the most as a rookie since Randy Moss in a 6-game
I've heard
stretch.
that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Over for C-Watt.
Jesse?
Most he's had in a season was 7 his rookie season.
That's correct.
He didn't play half that season either.
He played 14
games. Under.
Sorry, adjunct. We got the old new nickname for the old adjunctor over here.
I've had conversations. I am not a professor.
It's out in the open now, though.
I'm going more on that one. All right, 2 more for you. Matthew Golden, 625 receiving yards.
I just don't know what to
He
do
had
here.
361 as a rookie.
361, and he was underutilized, air quotes.
Undeniably.
Oh, yeah.
I'd agree.
I'm going to go over.
Homer. I'm going over, too.
Okay. All
Make
right.
it 3 for 3.
600 yards is nothing. 17 weeks.
And
Young
we're talking
fella.
about Jordan over
He's gotta stay
4,100.
healthy.
Yeah, Jordan's going to go over 4,100. Guys
So
got to eat.
somebody's got to. Somebody's got to.
There's no more Dobbs. Yeah. Big year for Matthew Golden, I think, this year.
I think Bo Melton is going to steal some of his yardage, so I'm going to go under on that one. All right, and the finale. Where did you guys get in at Padua at Hard Rock Casino Rockford with your wins over under? What was it at?
10.5. 10.5.
I'm setting it at 11.5 for our purposes. Are you going over or under? 11.5.
11.5. I'm going to go under. I'll go 11 and 6.
Over.
Under. I'm with Dan. I said 11 and 6.
I'm with Dan as well.
11 and
I'm going to say 11 and 6.
Good year.
So what was the Potawatomi or Hard Rock?
Hard Rock was at 10.5.
10.5. Yeah.
10.5.
And you guys?
We stayed off of it.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
You did not wager, and you
dicey.
they also passed on Love for MVP.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Last year's 2,500. Now it's 1,500. So it's not. We're going to wait and see. I think we're going to lose to Minnesota to start the season, and I think that's where you go pounce. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
That's a strategy.
Yeah, it's something. And if I don't get down there, I just
That's
won't.
a strategy.
That is a strategy.
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out for them. Another reference that maybe your students wouldn't get.
No, I think
that one they'll get.
That one they know.
Bold strategy, Cotton. They're on that one.
It is great to see you. Thank you for coming to the tournament just to see us.
Well, thanks for being out here. I mean, part of what makes this a big event is having you guys out here. I mean, when you're on site, you got the show here.
It's true. It's really packed.
Last year was really fun. We were right out in the mix, right where people are coming. Obviously, weather's not cooperating as much this year, but it will. Looks like the afternoon should be good. And then for us, we're really just hoping that
the concert.
No lightning tonight. We'll let it rain, baby. If it wants to rain, we'll just enjoy it.
We'll work through. We'll power through that.
Yeah. Try to keep our guy in check, okay? We're assigning you that responsibility.
I'm not sure I want that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
It's great to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me on.
The great Dan Kelly.
How are you gonna? You introduced him like crap. How are you gonna exit him?
He is not.
The old washed up retired.
Not crap. I heard not crap from
Not
him, so.
crap, Dan
That's
Kelly.
really all you want.
You know what else?
It's not crap.
We do appreciate our partnership with American Family Insurance, and Dan is a big part of that. They have been with us from the jump, and you know what? They do a bunch of great things out in the community, and the AmFam Championship is right at the top of that list. If you need your home, you need auto, you need whatever, go to amfam.com, and remember, insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
More Wildy and Tausch without not crap Dan Kelly next, so stick around.
This is Wildy and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now, you know I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved it then, and I love enjoying Pizza Hut, making new memories with my family today. Say hello to Pizza Hut's new crispy Parm Pan Pizza. It's the original pan crust you love with a crispy golden Parmesan edge baked right into the crust. Try it today. Get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan Pizza for just $10, or make it a large for only $3 more. Limited time offer, additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to get this and a bunch of other great deals as well. The newest Hut crust is Pizza Hut's Crispy Parm Pan. Order today at pizzahut.com. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
While others have a wait list, we've got watches.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we've got pre-owned luxury watches. Rolex, Omega, Tudor, AP, Panerai, and more. All in stock now.
And no wait list.
Walk in today and leave with the watch you have been dreaming of. Because your wrist deserves it.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series is set for an action-packed weekend in Wisconsin. Saturday, June 6th, the stars of the sprint cars take on Plymouth Dirt Track with racing at 7:30. Then, Sunday, June 7th, the action continues at Angel Park Speedway for the Ted Johnson Memorial with racing starting at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at slspromotions.com or call 815-344-2023.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Discover the all-new TPC Wisconsin, Madison's premier destination for families, women, and golfers of all levels. Fresh off a stunning $30 million transformation, TPC Wisconsin offers more than championship golf. Enjoy a welcoming community with tennis, pickleball, a world-class golf academy, swimming, fitness, and family-friendly activities all year long. Experience the newest TPC golf club in the world right here in Madison. Visit tpcwisconsin.com to explore memberships and schedule your tour today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Thanks again to Dan Kelly, who has been an incredible friend to the show and to us personally, and we think the world of him. And I don't think he was intending on being on the radio program today, but I'm glad we grabbed him since he really doesn't have any other responsibilities whatsoever.
Oh, my God.
Would you? Well, I'm not. No, it's too early in the show. I'm not
11:15.
11:15. I'm going to bring up the Wisconsin stage. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. At 11:15, you're going to do that.
I'll bring that up.
You can bring it up now.
No, I'm not going. No, I'm not going to.
Well,
do
you
that.
just did.
No, I didn't. I said I wasn't going to.
You did.
But I didn't.
I'd sign up for Domovsky's class.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd be bold.
The bold professor. Yeah.
All right, Jesse, take over the show.
Well,
what do you want to
Jason,
talk about?
Thank you very much. We're talking Christian Watson.
You know how people put blueberries and different fruits in waters? I'm on to something here, putting an apple core in hot water and just having, like, it's not apple cider.
The essence of
Yeah, it's got a
apple?
little apple twinge rather than getting tea. I think this might be something. Apple core water.
Wait, the
hot
apple
water.
core's sitting there now.
No, I got
that
this
looks
one here.
so gross.
Wait, how many
Yeah, the
apples
water.
have you gone through?
How
since we
about
got
them
here?
apples?
How about them apples?
Do you
huh?
like apples?
Now, how about them apples? Yeah.
I was in Boston. I said that a couple of times.
I bet you did.
And you apparently didn't do it with the proper accent from what we've learned from your trip.
One guy said that. I think he was wrong.
You know, Jesse, the one thing I miss other than not being with you guys in person when I do the show in the basement is I'm disconnected from the YouTube commentary.
You don't want to be in there today.
Tough day in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I bet.
How so? Tell us.
Well, they're upset that we're not out on the golf course because.
Well, what do they want us to do? It's
Exactly.
raining.
I said it, guys. It's raining. They said, "Well, put a cell phone video up of the course so we can see it." Like that's not how this
I'll
works.
be happy to send
No, that's
some. I'll go out there and get some video, and I'll bring it.
Yes, I think Jason will do great
Send
at
it
that.
back
All right.
to
The
Rye
big, strong
Guy.
calves. Like that. You be
All
good
right,
out there
so-
walking around.
There you go. There you go, John.
I think you would. It'd be good out there.
They really don't like that we got a tarp behind us.
What's the
on
matter
stream.
with it's a tennis court.
They don't like that I'm sitting between you guys.
Where do they want
I
Jason
don't know.
to be sitting on my lap?
Well, I think they want you two next to each other, and they want me like punted across the street. That's what they want from you.
It's a
two.
fair criticism.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole Josh Jacobs conversation. There's an Aaron Rodgers conversation going on now that I haven't really been caught up
Tausch
on.
apple seeds have cyanide in them? Is that true? That can't be true.
I believe that is true.
There's cyanide in there?
I mean, I think it's a very low dose, but yes,
Well, I don't really want to be having cyanide. I was thinking eating apples would be healthy.
I gotta admit, I was actually thinking
so
about
you're-
turning off the YouTube comments here in a minute because it's been
Tausch is drinking chewed up apple water. Yeah, is that not healthy? That is what I'm doing.
All right. So when is?
So you're telling me I'm drinking a cup of cyanide? Because if that's the case, I don't really want to do that.
We appreciate Dan Kelly joining us. Jesse, this has also messed up your plan for the show.
It did, yes. Yeah.
We are expecting at some point to see Andy North.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
don't know what time that will
Sounds
be.
11-ish.
Sounds like 11 o'clock. Sounds like 11
That's
o'clock.
that's not how it was presented in the rundown.
It actually in the rundown said, I have no idea when Andy North is coming on. I'm going to put it here and we'll figure it out. So thank you for that.
Scheduled to appear.
Yeah.
Segment 3 of the 10 o'clock hour. So let's do this.
Thanks for reading the rundown. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. At least somebody did. How about we play a little bit of trivia now so we have the flexibility?
Sure.
And then after that, I know we've got another 10th anniversary related programming segment that we also are going to unveil today.
Very excited about
as we
that
continue to build toward our 10th anniversary if we make it there.
I was
It's a battle.
I was just
It's
thinking
been a
what
battle.
we could use today is some competition between you two. So let's play a new game that'll do that later in this hour.
Delightful.
I love that the adjunct professor was coming at my accolades, though, academically. That was good. I enjoyed that little back and forth.
Did you? So I first of all,
Yeah, it's good.
As your unofficial biographer, believe me, I am well aware that you have your master's.
Okay.
Did you, in fact, ever teach?
No.
Okay. Then it would appear that my depiction of your academic standard and accomplishment is accurate.
Well, it depends what you consider teaching.
Well,
Like,
were
we're
you
all
like
out
were
here
you like
teaching.
Were you like a TA at some point
No.
for like? Okay, then what is other than the school of?
I ain't
hard
gonna lie to you.
knocks?
If you teach, I would love to come in and be a guest professor with you. For
I
the
would
day.
love to have
I think that
Would
would
be fun.
All right.
That would be something.
We could do a remote in the class.
We will do a
while
remote
class
in the
is going
classroom.
on, Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Put a chalkboard behind
here's
us. Better
what
than
not
a
to
tarp.
do.
Talk.
Jesse, what's today's trivia category?
I don't
Academic accomplishments
No, the
of NFL players.
The AmFam Championship Celebrity Foursome. So the
Oh.
Celebrity Foursome tomorrow, one of the staples of AmFam Championship weekend. Your 4 competitors this year, Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson, Caroline KK Harvey from Wisconsin Women's Hockey, and, of course, our friend Andy North, who's scheduled to appear coming up.
So the first year of the AmFam Championship was 2016?
That is correct.
So let's take caller 16. Caller 16 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 16 will play trivia presented by Cousin Subs and by Vortex Golf. Tausch, do you use a rangefinder every time you play?
Not every time, but I do.
Again, because I don't play, the girls have told me that those are really accurate and really, really helpful. So once I get to the point where I'm trying to break 200, I will have to use one of their Vortex rangefinders. For now, though, I will settle for going to Steinhoffel's and being underdressed when they have their anniversary events or their grand openings. And if your home is ready for an update, Steinhoffel's Buy More, Save More sale is the right time to do it, and it's going on right now. Save $100 when you spend $999. Save $200 when you spend $1,999, and so on and so forth. From sectionals and dining sets to bedroom furniture and more, you'll find everything you need to upgrade the space for less. Steinhoffel's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader, so shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax. Steinhoffel's. We'll play trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. With postseasons for basketball and hockey winding down, preparations for summer travel are ramping up. And whether that means weekend travel for sports around the state or big vacation plans driving around the country, make sure your vehicle is ready for every challenge by checking in with the fantastic service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Tune-ups, battery checks, oil changes, and tire rotations are all part of the regular maintenance your vehicle may need to avoid any issues that could be road trip ruiners. A stop to see the service team at Zimbrick Chevy before you go means focusing on things to see and places to eat and less worrying about the inner workings of your vehicle. Call or click to schedule a service appointment before your summer road trip with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Check them out online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
The Bucks are listening to trade offers on Giannis.
It's the smart basketball move that nobody wants to talk about.
He's given everything to this city. He's brought us a championship.
Is this the end of an era in Milwaukee?
He has consistently said he wants to be able to compete for championships. He did not say he wants to do it in Milwaukee.
Now's the hard part. Finding the right team that's going to give you the right assets back that you can reset, because you're never going to find another Giannis.
Follow along on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
The News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team is certified for delivering the most accurate forecast in the entire state of Wisconsin. Morning meteorologist Savannah Brito.
When you're making plans, the weather often has other plans.
Evening meteorologist Blaze Keller.
At home, at work, or on the go, when we know, you'll know.
Chief meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Our team has the experience you can count on and the accuracy you can trust.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hi, it's Eric with Canopy Wealth Management. Taxes are intricate, and even smart savers can unknowingly work against themselves without a clear tax strategy. At Canopy, we help you assess your options and you make more intentional decisions with your money. Small adjustments today can lead to meaningful differences in your long-term financial future. At Canopy Wealth Management, care, competence, clarity is not just a tagline, it's our promise. Get started today at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
Have you noticed all the roofing signs in your neighborhood due to the hail damage?
Most of those asphalt roofs have to be replaced.
Most metal roofs do not.
So if you're tired of yard signs and replacing shingles,
consider a Sweda metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweda. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweda metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweda Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the summer of suspense for Giannis and the Bucks.
Sources tell me the Milwaukee Bucks are fully open for business on trades and offers around Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Follow along right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
Wildy and Taos rolls on live from the AmFam Championship at TPC.
Getting kind of cuddly over here,
Wisconsin.
Huh?
Well, I gave away
I
gave away my phone for some of our staffers to get us the video that we were requested. So I'm leaning over and reading off of Jesse's syrup-infested laptop.
No syrup.
For Wildy and Taos Trivia presented by Vortex Golf and Cousin Subs.
Wildy and Tausch Trivia is presented by Vortex Golf, rangefinders you can bet on, and by Cousin Subs. Have a grad to celebrate? Purchase $30 in Cousin Subs gift cards and receive a free 7.5-inch sub. Cousin Subs, they believe in better.
Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Scott in Browntown. Scott, good morning. How you doing today?
Morning, guys. Good.
Morning. Question number 1 in the category of the AmFam Championship Celebrity Foursome is this. Andy North is often introduced in public settings with which of these accolades?
Well, I hope you're not introducing him. I'll tell you that. Wow. I don't know where you'd go with it. We don't even golf anymore.
Is it 2-time U.S. Open champion?
No, too positive.
3-time Masters champion?
Don't think you'd do that.
Or longtime friend of Mark Tauscher?
You definitely wouldn't say that.
I'll go with A.
Nails
Good
it.
answer.
Smart
decision.
Good
Yes.
answer.
Well done.
Andy North
Really well done.
did indeed win a pair of U.S. Open championships during his playing.
This is a similar conversation that when you're talking Packers of, do you want to have, because Andy had great success, obviously a great career, but he got it done in the big-time moments. I don't know how many other tour events he won. I think he may have more majors than tour event wins, which is incredible when you think about it. We always have that discussion as far as the Green Bay Packers go, and I'm sure when Andy gets here, we'll maybe have that.
The
discussion.
Eli Manning of the tour.
Sort of, yeah. I think that's a fair assessment.
Winning a U.S. Open is a really big deal. Winning 2 of them is a huge deal, and he definitely delivered in both of those. All right, question 2, Scott, is this. Which of these things has Wisconsin women's hockey star Caroline KK Harvey achieved the most so far in her playing career? Interesting construct. Has she achieved the most National Player of the Year awards? Was that the Patty Kazmaier?
The Kazmaier, yeah.
It's the women's Hobie Baker. Olympic gold medals, does she have the most of those, or does she have the most NCAA national championships of those 3 things?
I'll go C.
Most NCAA championships is correct. Jesse, how many of those does she have?
3 national championships for the Wisconsin women's hockey team with Caroline KK Harvey as part of the squad. Once she was named the National Player of the Year. That is from this last season. And she was also an Olympic gold medalist once with Team USA this year.
All right, chance to go 3 for 3
and
here, Scott.
how many was
Go ahead, sorry.
How many was she on for the hockey for gold or whatever?
She had one gold medal, and then she did play on the 2022 team, which won the silver medal. So 1 gold, 1 silver.
Oh, it
That's
shines
kind
on
of process elimination of that baby.
Well, you nailed it. Well done. All right, here we go. Question 3, chance for a clean sweep. Donald Driver ranks number 1.
Yeah, buckle it.
Yes, you got to buckle up. That is
yep.
Click it or tick
Click it or tick it,
as he might say.
Yep.
Donald Driver ranks number 1, and Jordy Nelson ranks number 6 on the Packers' all-time leaderboard. That's a golf reference. In receiving yards. Which of these other Packers receivers ranks between Driver and Nelson on the franchise's all-time list? So this person,
good question,
is either second, third, fourth, or fifth.
And I don't remember which one.
Okay. Is that player?
I think I know.
Antonio Freeman, Devontae Adams, or Randall Cobb?
Oh, you guys tricked me. I was going to say Sterling Sharp, but
Well, then you would have been wrong for sure.
Sterling Sharp is 2, 3, 4,
I
or
know.
5. Yeah.
I'm
Do you want
going
those
to go
choices again?
with.
Do you want the choices again?
No, I know him. I'm going to go with the Freeman.
Maybe you should have taken the choices again.
Oh, was it Cobby?
No, you touched it. You got them both wrong. The correct answer, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Obviously a more prevalent passing game during his career than certainly for Antonio Freeman.
Of those 3, you covered all of them. Who's the GOAT?
Which 3?
Devontae, Jordy, Donald.
I
don't know. I'd go with Freeman.
Okay, he's got Freeman.
All right.
Jordy Nelson was a great NFL wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. Freeman, Jordy Nelson, but you guys said the 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Devontae Adams.
Wow.
Even over Jordy Nelson. And by the way, when Donald Driver retired and we went to his retirement ceremony, I was reminded that dude made a hell of a lot of big plays, too. One of the greatest being when he carried like 6 49ers players.
Yeah, that was a hell of a play
in
by
the end zone
DD.
in those throwback uniforms. All right, Scott, you got 2 out of 3 right. That means you've got... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got a question for Tausch.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Tausch, do you think Kraft is going to get close to what Watson got?
Ooh. Yeah. I was thinking whatever Kittle just got. I think he's going to be in that high teens, low 20s when all's said and done. He will more than likely reset the tight end market, would be my guess.
Will he get paid before or after Laporta? He'll obviously get paid before Colston Loveland.
I think Kraft gets paid before training camp.
Okay. We will wait and see. We will also wait and see, Scott, if your name gets pulled from the cheese fry helmet by Ryan Rye Guy Wollersheim.
Ryan's going to have to do that later.
Back at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison
So
studios.
which cheese fry helmet do I got? Number 5 or number 2?
I think we got number 3 for you this week, Scott.
Makes no sense.
Don't ask.
Jesse's got syrup all. He's got syrup all over the cheese fry helmet.
Scott's got a pretty good dial in on what's going on here.
He does. He's an avid listener to
Pretty
the program.
avid.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. We appreciate you.
All right. Take care. Be good, guys.
Oh, stealing my line and everything.
Scott's
I like
on
Scott.
it.
Yeah.
Scott's on it.
That
it is polar opposite trivia day, huh? From yesterday? Yesterday you were like repulsed, and today you're happier than a clam.
Repulsed is strong.
I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know, Jimmy.
You should have ridden with Jesse and I in the early portion of our drive. All right, that's it for trivia. I see the legendary Andy North.
Yes, indeed.
He's in the building. He's on Lombardi time.
we're still going to unveil our little game, or are we going to take Andy?
I think during the break
On-site
we
producer.
will ask Andy what he would like to do. My plan is to play the Sendix game coming up next. Name that year.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Green Bay is giving Christian Watson an extension.
He has given us number 3 numbers, but Goody gave him a number 1 salary as a wide receiver. So it just puts a lot of expectations on him.
Continue reacting right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Steinhoffels. Shop Beauty Rest mattresses and get a free foundation or $500 off King adjustable base sets, plus a $20 gas card when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. The American Family Insurance Championship takes center stage in Madison this weekend at TPC Wisconsin. And competing in the annual Celebrity Foursome is a 3-time NCAA national champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and a college national player of the year. And that's the same person. It's Wisconsin women's hockey star Caroline KK Harvey. Harvey joins tournament host and Wisconsin superfan Andy North, along with former Packers wide receivers Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson for the 9-hole competition set to take place on Saturday afternoon.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I'm Isaac Miller, Wisconsin born, Wisconsin built, and proud to be wearing Cardinal white in the future. That's why teaming up with Iron Jock just makes sense. It's the gear that's made for how we live up here. Early mornings, late nights, and putting in that work when nobody's watching. Iron Jock isn't about flash. It's about showing up, staying tough, and representing where you're from. If you're built the same way, you already get it. Iron Jock, Wisconsin grit, every day.
Hey parents, looking for the perfect night out with the whole fam? Cheer on Madison's professional soccer team, Forward Madison FC, with the Forward Madison Family Special, presented by Madison Gas and Electric. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an FMFC scarf for just $22 per pack. Catch Madison's only professional soccer team in action at Breeze Stevens Field. Visit ForwardMadisonFC.com to buy yours today. That's ForwardMadisonFC.com.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
This 4th of July, crack open something made for the red, white, and blissful. The new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety 8-pack is here just in time for America's 250th birthday, featuring 4 nostalgic flavors: strawberry, cherry, grape, and apple. It's the taste of backyard barbecues, fireworks at dusk, and long summer weekends packed into every can. This Independence Day, bring the nostalgia and bring the bliss with the new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack from Carbliss. Available now at your local retailer or online at drinkcarbliss.com.
This is our crew.
Pitch and a high fly ball deep left field. This ball's way back and way gone. Wild Bill, a 3-run shot.
We are Madison's home of the Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
right, Jesse, I'm turning the show over to you because it would appear that you have messed something up, and this very important part of the show is now, it's time for it.
You really have just nailed every intro all week long, from when Tony was on Monday to this.
I think I did nail Tony's entry, by the way.
So, it is our 10th anniversary presented by Steinhoffels. Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary presented by Steinhoffels. We're celebrating over 3 months the 10 years of memories and all the fun things that we've had on this show, including a bunch of guests that have joined us, including a bunch of memories that we're celebrating, and the final segment that we're unveiling today, which we'll be doing throughout the summer as we lead up to our big private event up in Green Bay, the Labor Day weekend, and then on, of course, August 8th is our actual 10-year anniversary, which we'll have a special program on that Saturday.
Does it feel like he's
everyone to
dancing
enjoy
as quickly as he can, do you?
No.
He's, I think, filibustering is what it seems
I'm not
like.
filibustering at all.
Okay.
Our final segment that we're debuting is Name That Year.
Oh, I love this
Which
game.
is served up by Sendix.
Oh, love that.
And you know you love Sendix, Tausch. So, here's what we're going to do for
Had a great bowl of chili there last week. And then the cheese curd bar, which is always fantastic. Fantastic over at
Here's
Sendix.
a tip for Sendix.
Yeah.
Best fresh cut fruit of
Is
any
that
grocery
right?
store.
Oh, really?
Okay. Good to know.
So, name that year.
So, like if you want an apple.
Yeah, get an apple and then put it in your...
There you
They
go.
got pre-sliced
hot water,
apples
yeah.
for you.
Name That Year is served up by Sendix. The way that this game is going to work throughout the course of the summer, each week, we're
Are you going to introduce it this way each week?
Yeah, we're going to have a different game theme to the game each week. So this week, we're going to play 3 audio clips, and each one, you're going to guess which year
Ooh.
that took place.
Ooh. How does it, little Jesse Nelson?
Ooh. Yes, so you have from 2016 when the show debuted to 2026, which is, of course, this year. All of those years are in play.
Even the COVID year.
Even the COVID year, especially the COVID year, I think. So, we have 3 clips available for us to play today. They are all AmFam Championship-themed clips for Name That Year, served up by Sendix. So, here we go. Ryan Wollersheim back at the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. Let's hear clip number 1.
No, I will say, Jesse, I didn't realize this before, but I actually did put in a little bit of work here, so I do have something from our big voice guy to spice up this segment, shall we say?
Sure, all right, let's do
This
it.
segment is brought to you by Sendix, celebrating 100 years of bringing families together with fresh food, exceptional service, and a commitment to the community. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
All right.
Now
Clip number 1 comes from AmFam Championship
Oh, that's
champion
very seasonal. Okay.
Jerry Kelly on Wilde and Tausch. Here is the clip.
Boy, I hope they can work things out. I want to see him in green and gold more than anything. I made a point not to breach it. I just want to be the friend. I want to support whatever he's doing. I want to make sure he's happy, and, I want him to live his life the way he wants to live it. So, shoot. It's hard to watch. I bleed green and gold, and I want that man playing for the Pack, but I also want him to be happy. So I think if we had an owner, things would be very different. But, since I'm an owner too, who knows what we've got to do to get this thing done.
2021.
2021 is Jason's guess. Of course, he's talking about Aaron Rodgers. Tausch, when did Jerry Kelly join us around the AmFam Championship and talk about Aaron Rodgers? Jason says 21.
I'm going to say 2021 also.
Both of you say 2021, and both of you are correct. Jerry Kelly, back-to-back AmFam Championship winner, 2019 and 2021, and had the COVID break in between.
It's a long run of championships for JK.
Nearly an Olympiad.
Did he win the COVID championship too, since it wasn't played? So
Simulated.
Really
Simulated AmFam
like Wisconsin men's basketball. Okay.
Next clip.
Do you agree with him that if there was an owner, if Jerry Jones owned the Green Bay Packers, would Aaron Rodgers have finished his career in Green Bay?
I had not thought of it in those terms.
Well, Jerry just brought it up to us, right? In 2021.
No, I think it's a really interesting question. Like if the owner had to choose between the quarterback and the general manager, if the
if the quarterback had put him in that position and it was an impetuous owner like Jerry Jones or Stephen Ross, I think the general manager gets fired.
Is Stephen Ross in that same category?
I do believe he's
Really?
kind of that way, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The answer is no. Aaron Rodgers was going to be gone regardless.
You think so?
Yep.
Interesting.
Thanks.
Our next clip in Name That Year served up by
Why do you say
Sendix.
that?
Because I think that time has kind of run its course. Does Tom Brady have an impetuous owner? Joe Montana have an impetuous owner? Like, this stuff is how this goes.
No, but
Peyton Manning, he definitely had an impetuous owner.
But I think if you probably asked Robert Kraft for a do-over, he would have kept Brady instead.
But he didn't. You literally had a guy that brought you 6 championships, and he said no.
And the head
There's
coach
nothing-
and him don't really see. Okay, good point.
Who ages worse, coaches or quarterbacks?
Well, apparently not coaches.
Okay.
Next.
Clip number 2, Name That Year, served up by Sendix as part of Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels, from someone who is no longer with us.
That's an interesting move there. They have the Owala water bottle there, and instead of screwing the top off and filling the wide mouth, you pop the little baby top and fill it from the small. And that's an odd way to do it.
Yes, you're being critiqued.
Is that not an odd way to do the
Is
fill
that
the water?
IPT? I think that's IPT.
I don't know.
What is? I didn't say anybody's name, and they're not on camera.
No, I'm saying is it IPT to fill your water bottle that way, or do you?
No, I take you got to unscrew the top and fill the wide part of it. You don't
a
fill
lot.
the small brim part. You're going to spill. There's all kinds. You bring all kinds of things into play that don't need to be brought into play. I'm an analyst. That's what I do. I analyze things. So if you don't want to do it, don't do stuff in front of me. I want to analyze.
I've been trying to get to the next clip for 4
Well, go
minutes.
for it. Nobody's
you keep
stopping you.
interrupting because you're talking about water bottles and Aaron Rodgers. Clip number 2 is from
Squirrel!
From someone who is no longer with us. The late country music artist Toby Keith was part of the AmFam Championship celebrity foursome. He joined Wilde and Tausch, and here is a story that he shared when he joined this program years ago.
Country music legend, Toby Keith. Toby, good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How you doing, bub?
We know
Hey,
Steve
Bob.
Stricker, who is the host of the AmFam Championship, which he'll be taking part of, loves Not Very Good Golfer, which is not really the title of the song.
Can we say shoddy?
Yeah, shoddy
That
can
would
work.
be
Yeah.
great. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a shoddy golfer. Me and him play together. Me and Strick play together at Pebble. And as we walk through the backyards of these people playing in their courses out there, and they'll have a guitar, and I'll just grab it and play that song that I wrote. And he loves it. He'll film it, and he'll video it, and then he'll send it out on his Instagram or something, and he'll always say he's a shoddy golfer, but he's a +5 songwriter.
That was a fun one.
Great line.
Yeah, Toby Keith.
I love this, Bob.
Joined us on Wilde and
I
Tausch.
love this.
In which
game.
in which year did he join us and say that, Tausch?
2023.
2023 is Tausch's guess. Jason.
Well, so we don't answer the same again. I will say 2022.
I think Jason's
2022. You both are wrong.
2021?
2019.
Really?
Was when Toby Keith.
Time
was part
flies.
of the AmFam Championship.
Time flies. Does he have any song with time in it? Because
Sure
I'd
he
sing
does.
it, but I don't know it.
How long have we been without?
Courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
It was 20.
Put a boot in your blank.
23 or 24.
Believe that.
He passed away. Let me double check here real quick. He passed away February 5th, 2024. The great Toby
R.I.P.
Keith. All right. So
I think he used and I'll ask Andy when he joins, I think he used the red Solo Cup as a ball mark. Which, if you think about it, you're not going to want to, you're going to putt over that cup.
That's not a good ball mark.
No, it's got to be flat.
It's true.
Last one. A Brett Favre appearance.
Oh, my God.
When
Farvey!
I love you guys.
Here is from when Brett Favre joined us, one of the many times that he's joined us over the years here on Wilde and Tausch. Which clip was this?
Jesse, our producer, who gets very excited to call you each time you're on, he followed you to every team you went to, and just like you, we've allowed him back in the fold of the Packer fandom. What is he supposed to do with his Jets and Vikings Favre jerseys?
Good question.
I have no earthly idea. I will sign them. Yeah, throw them in the trash. I don't know. I guess they can go right there with the Falcons jersey. Well, that was a lot of use I had with that jersey.
I'll put them in the mail to send them your way, Brett. I just hope they don't get intercepted along
Good
the
one,
way.
Jesse.
Oh,
Pretty good one.
Wow.
That's a pretty good one.
Jeez.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice jab.
I can't believe I said that to Brett Favre when he was on this
And then
show.
I can't believe you were so scared to go say hi.
Right.
Yeah.
That tells you all about.
Right
Yeah,
there.
that's why people don't like the media. Right there.
Yeah, that's it. What year did that interaction
2018.
occur? 2018 is Tausch's guess. Jason?
I'm going to say 2017.
2017. I didn't even produce this show in 2017, so that's a
those
terrible
were the
guess.
Those were the good old days.
You're both wrong, though.
2019.
That actually wasn't that long ago. 2022.
Is that right?
Was when
I
that
was
appearance
trying
was.
to think of
Yeah.
when things kind of started to go sideways with him and how long it's been since we've had him on the show.
2022. So, okay, as we keep track of the leaderboard for the season, each of you has 1 point. We'll do a season-long standings
All
for
right.
Name That Year, served up by
Wait, so we
Sendix.
both got the one right that we both said the same right answer.
Yep.
And then we didn't get the other ones right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So that's it. Name That Year, served up by Sendix,
Well,
part of Wilding Tausch's 10th anniversary.
I know Tausch has done multiple shows from Sendix in recent years. They are phenomenal, and we are so thrilled that they chose to.
Your trusted local grocer.
They are phenomenal. And, by the way, best grocery bags on the planet. Absolute best. So thanks to Sendix for being part of our 10th anniversary. We get ready to talk to the great Andy North. Coming up, it's Wildy and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wildy and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Wisconsin linebacker Mason Posa.
Mason Bosa shuts the door.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app, live streaming your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows, easy access to ESPN Madison on YouTube, and daily podcasts so you don't miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. Reaction continues from the Packers wide receiver Christian Watson agreeing to a 4-year, $110.5 million contract extension yesterday. That reportedly includes $31 million signing bonus. This comes after Green Bay also locked up wide receiver Jaden Reed on a 3-year, $50.25 million extension in April. ESPN and NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport joined the Pat McAfee show yesterday, and with Watson and Reed's deals now both out of the way, all eyes now turn to extension for star tight end Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft is still out there. You know, I would consider him to be a big-time priority for Green Bay. And that, I mean, it looks great as he's coming back, looks excellent. I wouldn't be surprised if contract talks waited until he's like fully cleared. But, you know, if you're talking about a guy who will probably reset the tight end market that badly needs to be reset, that would probably be one of them. Laporta would probably be another.
Find more reaction over on ESPN.com. And the Milwaukee Brewers back in action tonight against the Colorado Rockies, 7:40 p.m. first pitch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wildy and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. 11 o'clock hour. I've lost track of time. It's been so much fun. I'd like to do it
It's
next
10
hour.
Mountain Time.
Live from TPC Wisconsin and the AmFam Championship.
9 Pacific.
You know, my
Hawaii is 7 hours different?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's 7 a.m.
No, it's not 4. It's more than 4 hours different, isn't it? It's only 4 hours. Yeah. Well, you old rascal. Okay.
Joining us now, the old rascal. I thought my introductions were bad. And two-time U.S. Open champion, ESPN golf analyst, man about town, but most importantly, our friend, Andy North.
That's really questionable. We'll go from there.
You never ask a question you don't know the answer to, Jason.
That's why I stated it as a fact.
Oh, you just put it out
and
there.
Didn't
Exactly.
ask him.
Yeah, there you
Andy,
go.
how are you? Now that's a question.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I've been busy running around and got a great opportunity Monday to play 9 holes with Tausch and got to see his
He
act.
did
It was
his
really good.
So he did his thing. So when we have talked already about in 2016, Andy and I beat the heck out of Steve and Favre, and still the best Washington Generals beating the Globetrotter story of all time. And I got snubbed out, and I actually told Steve that in front of his folks, and he didn't disagree. But he also added some other things. But Andy did his deal. So this is how I was still pounding the ball back then, hammering it, and over the long par 5 out at University Ridge, Andy ends up taking my club, and this just wows people. He grabs my left-handed club, and he faces it up vertically because obviously the face of the club doesn't line up.
Correct.
And he pipes his drive. This time out here at TPC Wisconsin, he has the longest drive in the group. And we had one of the guys we played was a really good player. Piped it past all of us with my left-handed driver.
And Andy is
vertical
right-handed
up.
for those of you that don't know
Andy
that.
did it. I think the guys videoed it, and Andy left us after 9 because he had to go play with 4 other people. And that's all they were talking about. Can you believe he did that? And I said, yeah, I see it all the time.
Yeah,
every time we go and play, it's kind of his deal.
50 million views, I heard.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know exactly. We'll check with our analytics team, but we'll take your story.
So Tiger would always do that thing where he would like juggle the ball on his wedge or whatever that was. How long have you been doing that trick, and does it always get that level of? Because you have to have done that lots of times.
I've done it a few times. Probably 10, 12 times over the years, but. It has to be the right people, and Tausch is always the right people.
No,
that's important.
trust me, not always.
always.
Oh yeah, trust me. Trust me, he's a real peach. Exactly. But Andy, you've been involved in this, and obviously you've done so many great things around. Whether it's been Andy North and Friends, and now you're doing this. And why is this important to you to be a part of this?
Well, first of all, you want to support anything that's major, particularly golf in the city of Madison. You want to support Steve and his efforts. AmFam is the greatest community partner that you could ever ask for. So all in all, it's a perfect storm, and we're trying to make this into one of the 2 or 3 best senior events that we have, and I think it's right there. And it's we've got. You look at the guys who've won here; they're all stars, Hall of Famers, great players. You look at now the team event, the guys love coming and doing that. So it's just about having some fun and doing some good stuff in the community and raising a bunch of money for Children's Hospital and so many other charities in town.
And we were talking about the different format earlier. Guys were talking about wanting to do alternate shot. When you're playing with your buddies, and I know you don't play a ton anymore, but when you were, let's say, in your 30s and 40s, playing with just your buddies, what was the go-to game, especially when you could hustle some folks?
Oh, gosh. There wasn't a lot of – it was basically always best ball partners kind of thing. You never played alternate shot and that kind of stuff. People didn't want to do that. One of the great games that we played in college, we played worst shot.
Yeah.
Which is really, really difficult. So you both hit drives. The other team picks which one they want you to play. So if your partner hits out of bounds, you're back at the tee hitting it again. To finish the hole, you both have to hole out whatever the length putt you had. So it's you can't believe how big the scores can get, how quickly. And we used to play for like $1 a shot. And my partner and I were really good at just kind of putting in the fairway, putting on the green, don't do anything stupid, make pars, and that's going to win. about $10 a piece, usually in 9 holes. That was good.
So when you're putting that out, then if you make the 3-footer and I have to hit the comeback, or do I have to continue to putt from that 3 feet till I make it?
We have to both putt from the next.
Oh, you have to come back and putt even though you made it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is not going to be good for pace of play at all.
No, but it really is fun, and it's a great way to learn how to play smarter and hit shots that you get in play and that kind of stuff. So we had a lot of fun with it, and the 2 guys we played pretty much every day were. We could get, back then, back in the 70s, shoot, $10. Mm-hmm. That was like a win. That was 2 dinners and a date kind of thing. So,
when you look at the way the tournament has evolved and has grown, though, you've been here from the beginning. Have you been surprised at all by anything that this has done? Because it really is remarkable how far it's come.
No, I don't think so. I think the history of playing millions of tournaments and going into cities that want to host tournaments, you knew Madison would support it. You knew they'd support Steve. You knew that AmFam, with their backing, would get stuff done. So I wasn't surprised at all. It was just how quickly it was going to be one of the best tournaments, and it took maybe 2 years. It was one of the 2 or 3 best. So it's been a nice run, and we've seen a lot of good players come through here, and we're seeing a lot more coming through in the next 10 years. So it's just keep this thing going.
What do you think about the way, because I do want to talk non-golf subjects, but what do you think of the way this tour has evolved? And, back in the olden days when we looked at older players and our expectations might have been lower for what they were capable of doing. Now these guys play really high-level golf, very much so.
There's been great players forever. Good players didn't get invented 20 years ago. When I first started doing TV, part of our package was the original Champions Tour, and it was you had Jack and Arnold and Trevino and Hale. You had everybody. That tour at times actually outrated the regular tour. Right. And before Tiger showed up, this tour was killing them. Because you had all the people wanted to watch out here.
Exactly.
And there was one year we had a senior event in Minnesota. It was the same week as the Open Championship. We came on right after the Open Championship on ESPN, and we ended up outrating the Open Championship.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of all those players that we all grew up loving.
Exactly. You had Jack and Arnold and Trevino and Chi-Chi and all these guys that showed up every week and played, and it was unbelievable.
So even with that great rivalry and that great group, is it because I think one of the things you talk to the guys that are in this field and it's more relaxed, was it still – how was the intensity level when they did go Champions Tour compared to it? Was it because those guys still wanted to beat each other, but
sure.
It was friendlier?
Yeah, it's a different kind of competitiveness. You still want to beat everybody's butt every time you go out and play. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if I'm playing with my granddaughter. I want to kick her. Make her get better, that kind of thing. That's how you get better. But it's been great competitive. It's been more fun. I think early on, the first probably 20 years of this tour, every single player went to the cocktail party on Tuesday night. Every single player. That's changed. I think it's gotten. This is getting closer to being the older version of the other tour. Versus having its own identity. Mm-hmm. And I think the first 25 years or so, it had its own identity, and that's what made it really special.
That was the premise of my question.
That's where you want me to go.
I'm glad you did a much better job of doing it than I did.
Just give me
I've
notes.
had a tough show.
Just give me notes.
We do power rankings all the time.
Yeah.
All those names are my favorites from growing up watching golf. I would say that if I had to pick one, was my favorite. Chi-Chi Rodriguez is my pick. You obviously played with all those guys. Those guys are all friends of yours. Give us a little glimpse into what it was like to play with each of them, because those are names that I think a lot of our fans recognize and have fond memories of.
Yeah, I mean, to play with Arnold or Jack absolutely was unbelievable. I mean, these were guys that I hero worshipped as a kid. When you're waiting for mom or dad to pick you up at the golf course at dark, you're on the putting green hitting 4-footers to win the U.S. Open to beat Arnold, hitting 4-footers to beat Jack. And then you get to play against them, and then they get to be great friends. It's a special it doesn't happen in many other sports. But a story, my first tournament on L.A. Open, I'd qualified through the school. Monday qualified at Disney, actually made the cut, which got me in L.A. to start my first year.
Mm-hmm.
So Susan and I pack up the car from Gainesville, Florida, drive across the country. We don't have any clue what we're doing.
Do you have a wood panel station wagon? Or
It was actually a Chevy Impala that was packed to the gills.
A 2-door probably.
It was 4, baby.
4-door, baby. All right.
You got to have the rack in the back seat to hang all your clothes on, so you got to get to them.
All right.
So we drive across country, play practice rounds. Wednesday morning, you used to be able to get up and play 9 holes before the Pro-Am for the guys that weren't in the Pro-Am. So I get up Tuesday morning. There's police tape all over our hotel room. I'm going like, holy crap. There had been a murder in our hotel.
That was not the.
Let's go home. She says, "What are we doing out here? This is ridiculous." I said, "What are the odds? We've had one. Probably not another one.
Yeah,
this
it's good.
week. We're
You're
probably
covered
good
for a bit."
So then first day, first tee at Riviera. Tee's way up by the clubhouse, up on top of a hill. First tee shot of basically your start of your career out of bounds. Second one, out of bounds.
You'd be playing your ball in that worst ball.
Yeah, that's right. You got that right. Third one somehow stays in. 3-wood on the green, 70-footer for a 7. Bogey 2, bogey 3, double 4, bogey 5. I'm sitting on the 6th tee, 7 over par, going like, I got to get a job. I got to get my amateur status back. How am I going to call my sponsors? What is this all about? So I kind of sort of got my act together. Ground out a 74 that day, which was a heck of a finish. Shot 70 on Friday. Make the cut. Arnold on Saturday. That's my first week on tour. Murder, first 2 tee shots I got the king on Saturday. Welcome to the tour, kid. Here we go.
Once again, is proof that it's about the answer, not about the question. Tausch, tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford before we get to some Andy North discussion.
A nice little 60-minute or less drive down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. You two could both go on Wednesdays. Because you're 55, you get that nice break. You get a nice 50% break on lunch down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. They got the great sports book, live entertainment. They have it all. Head over to Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination, just about 60 minutes from Madison, Wisconsin.
More with Andy North live from TPC Wisconsin and the AmFam Championship. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, and all summer long, you know what beverage you'll find in my hand when enjoying some time outdoors. That'll be the cool, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Coors Light. At a baseball game in Milwaukee, grilling in the backyard, out on the golf course, every experience goes from good to great with a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which besides the refreshing taste is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Have you noticed all the roofing signs in your neighborhood due to the hail damage?
Most of those asphalt roofs have to be replaced.
Most metal roofs do not.
So if you're tired of yard signs and replacing shingles,
consider a Suita metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. You know that honey-do list that's been sitting on your counter since what, 2020? Yeah, we can handle that. From leaky faucets to light fixtures, our handyman team at Bruner Realty fixes it all. Fast, friendly, and done right the first time. We take care of it so you don't have to. Visit fixedbybruner.com. That's fixedbybruner.com. Because your to-do list deserves a happy ending.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde & Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde & Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, and by Events by Design.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or, looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no-obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Molly Brown here for Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle? Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
Wilde & Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Continuing with our, it's Friends of Andy North, so we're part of that.
Absolutely.
For today, for sure.
Some days you are.
Wait, he's rubbing off on you now.
No,
I can't get over your first story and the fact that, but it tells you everything you need to know about Andy North. It would have been, you're 7 over. First time out, you just witness a murder, but you see it. Your wife is sitting there like, what the hell's going on here?
In the vicinity of murder.
And instead, it's so easy just to give in, and he ain't going to give in. And then he ends up playing with Arnold Palmer, and his career goes off. You never know if that goes different. Who knows what happens that weekend?
That's why you keep grinding.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That was a great story.
Awesome story.
Unfortunately, it was true.
Also, unfortunately, we're keeping you for another 35 minutes.
That's perfect.
So you set the bar way higher than we normally do.
There you go.
Our condolences.
We needed a rating spike.
That's exactly right.
So, Andy, let's talk about some things that you also know about beyond golf. And Tausch and I have spent a lot of time talking about the Packers and yesterday's news of Christian Watson's extension. Are you on team Wilde and Tausch of this is a good thing that could be a big-time bargain if he stays healthy and is the player that we all think he is?
Or Mr. Negative?
Or Mr. Negative, who thinks this was not the greatest.
Like Jesse. Jesse thinks he's Alan Lazard and shouldn't be getting paid anything.
I did not.
That's kind of. I don't want to mischaracterize it. That's kind of what you said.
I'm with you guys. I think they've done a great job. They've got their key wide receivers tied up for the next 3 years, which is very unusual in that league. I think the dollars tied up in their top 4 guys averaged out is not bad at all. I think Watson's really important. Maybe he only catches 40, 50 balls a year, whatever the number is. The fact that he can change what the defense has to do. He can stretch the field and let him. You get he and Reed on the same side, and he's running out, and Reed's running ins and outs. You can't guard both of them. And I think it's a good deal. And Golden, I think, has got a big upside. So we'll see what happens. And we haven't seen that much of Williams, but I think he's got a chance to be pretty good too. So I think they've got a nice room, and they got rid of some guys this year that everybody might have questioned, but I think overall they're in a really good spot.
They just you nailed it. They are just a different offense when Christian Watson is on the field, even if he's not getting the ball thrown to him on that play.
I mean, think about you set up in trips and you run Watson and Golden streaks on both sides, and you got Kraft and Reed the whole middle of the field you're going to double one of those guys on the deep balls. You got somebody wide open all day long. So
and then you might even be able to run the ball while you're at it as well.
I think that's a good point too. So yeah, I think it's. I had a chance to have lunch with Matt.
Did you have Hall of Fame beef with Joe Thomas? Because that seems to be what's on the menu lately.
Joe's trying to be everywhere, which God love him. Mr. Bergstrom had a little deal up there a week ago, and we had a chance to talk to him a little bit, and he's pretty excited about this group. So, you get the offensive line doing their things, let Tausch get in that room, and everything will be just fine, and give Jordan the time he needs. The offense could be really good.
Yeah, I think that's the key. The skill guys, I don't think that's been the problem. The last couple of years, it has been the guys up front, and that's why they've been kind of bouncing around and moving guys and trying to figure out that's going to be the key to this whole deal. And
sure.
I think LaFleur talked about it publicly, offensively, especially in that second half against the Bears. You just didn't get any type of cohesion, and trying to have those things you can lean on when you have difficult times. That's why that story you told is so great. That's when it comes. That's when you need it, is when you have the tough times, and that's where I'm sure Matt LaFleur is looking to go.
They couldn't run the ball last year like they really wanted to. I mean, Josh Jacobs can't average in the 3-somethings. He's got to be a guy near 5, and that doesn't come down to him. That's the 5-6 guys in front of him. So if they get that figured out with everything else, and I think Matt draws up some really cool stuff, that he's got guys going all over the place, and our offense is pretty hard to scheme against. So, get where we can run the ball when you have to run it. I don't care about running it on first down. You've got 3rd and 3 at the 6-yard line. Can you get it? We couldn't do that last year. The number of 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s we didn't make in the red zone was ridiculous. So, if that part gets better, they're going to be fun to watch.
When you, and I don't want you to leak anything like personal, but just as far as your relationship with Matt LaFleur, what do you think is missed? Because there is a stigma with him, I think, amongst Packer fans. He is a very good play designer, but just kind of the Ben Johnson, the Dan Campbell, that kind of that alpha, like I'm going to rip your heart out. People don't feel like he has that killer instinct.
He's more the little dog that gets at you. I think he's got a lot of. All he talks about is waiting to play his brother and kicking his butt. When they play later on in the season, he's that guy. He just doesn't look like
he's
those
too pretty.
Guys.
He is a
good-looking
dude.
Yes, he is a pretty boy. Eyebrows, haircuts, man. He's all over it. His cough costs more than like a lot of our wives.
He did, what I thought was telling about this offseason, though, was that he was very transparent and honest about the fact that there were guys in the locker room that were unhappy with their roles, and he said the phrase, "It took a toll on our football team." Mm-hmm. When I've been around him, and I'm curious if you felt the same thing, there was a catharsis to that, I think, of putting it out there, and then a lot of those guys they're not saying it, but a lot of the guys that aren't here anymore were also the guys that weren't super happy last year. There's still some, right? I think Matthew Golden was among the people that wasn't especially thrilled with his lot in football life, but he's obviously here. But do you think that do you sense there's a lighterness to him?
I hope so. I hope so.
Because it did drag him down.
Yeah, last year was hard, particularly the end, how it ended. It was brutally hard for everybody in the organization. But if you're playing a professional sport and you're part of a team, you got to do what you're asked to do, and you better do it. If you got 6 snaps, they better be 6 really good snaps. And when guys start worrying about all this other junk, they aren't going to be any good, and it screws up the locker room. And as all of us who've been around in team sports, if you've got a good locker room and average players, you can beat a lot of talented teams with not a great locker room. So they got to figure that out. And to me, that's on the players. You sit around and House, you've been in part of locker rooms for guys in the corner bitching about something. It's just stop it. Grow up and do your job, and let's all get better.
And is that more of a just get rid of them? Because that happens, and I think so. More so now, and we could talk college sports and go over all the others because it's getting more difficult to find guys that aren't, for a lack of a better word, selfish. because everything comes down to this, and that's why I think getting these guys signed and having their roles clearly defined really helps. And the receiver room is always tricky. Some of the other rooms aren't as tricky, but receivers, because everything's tangible. You can see catches, you can see touchdowns, all of those things. What do you do if you've been a leader for a long time? Is it just as easy as if you're not going to kind of fall into the role that we have for you?
Well, it's like with your kids. Tough love a lot of times is how you got to do it, and if it means sitting a guy down or putting him on the squad that doesn't get to play on Sundays, well, that's all the coach can do is control playing time. These guys want to play. Well, don't bitch about it. Do something to get you on the field. It's not that simple. It's not that difficult.
No, and I think if you ask Matt, he would say that maybe he should have been a little more stern with that sort of stuff.
Well, the junk that supposedly has gone on with the Bucs the last couple of years. Give me a break.
Can't happen.
That's ridiculous. You don't. I told you this story that my freshman year in college at Florida, the best player in the world, amateur player, was a guy named Steve Melnick, who was a senior. He'd won every single term he'd played in for 2 years: Western Amateur, Eastern Amateur, U.S. Amateur, British Amateur. He finished second in 2 pro tournaments as a college kid. I mean, this guy was the guy. I lost a lot of money to him that year. But I learned things, but I lost a lot. But anyway, we're playing a match against a men's organization in Tampa on a Saturday when we've got nothing going on. And we're leaving at 8 o'clock. We've got a 11 o'clock tea time or something down this. My coach was Lombardi's time. If you weren't there 5 minutes early, you didn't care enough to go. So at 8 o'clock, we left him. It's the best player in the world. We left him. Oh, I don't know if it had anything to do on him. It had an effect on me,
right?
And that's why you have to do that stuff. It may not be that guy. It's the rest of the guys in the room that know, hey, he's serious about this. All you got to do is leave Giannis one time, and he'll start showing up on time.
Yeah, because there's not only that. I mean, it sets that tone. And when you have a guy saying, we knew we could show up an hour late because he was going to be 2 hours late.
That's ridiculous.
Can't happen. Can't happen.
The guy should have been fired. Guy should have been thrown out of the building.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you.
Giannis Melnick.
Isn't Melnick the name of the guy on Alf? Wasn't that a Melnick?
No, I think he's from the planet Melmac.
Is that what it was?
Again, these are the great 80s and 90s.
Do you remember
references.
the old Alf show? The old little puppet deal? He was sitting there. You remember Alf?
I do remember that. I did not watch it.
He was more of a Dallas guy.
Oh, JR. I can see Andy as a JR guy.
More with
be an owner. That's the way to be.
More with our friend Andy North. It's Wilde and Tausch live from TPC Wisconsin for the AmFam Championship.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Since 1956, Hallman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Hallman Lindsay has grown over the years to 27 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Hallman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Hallman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
The cooler's packed, the sun is shining. The only thing left to do? Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Refreshing, ready to drink, and packed with bold citrus flavor, Carbless is the ultimate upgrade for every summer adventure, from dock days to bonfire nights. No mixing, no hassle, just crack it open and enjoy the moment. This summer, trade the stress for zest. Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Carbless, find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Hauser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series is set for an action-packed weekend in Wisconsin. Saturday, June 6th, the stars of the sprint cars take on Plymouth Dirt Track with racing at 7:30. Then, Sunday, June 7th, the action continues at Angel Park Speedway for the Ted Johnson Memorial with racing starting at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at slspromotions.com or call 815-344-2023.
It's the summer of suspense for Giannis and the Bucks.
So sometime over the next 6 or 7 weeks, we'll decide whether Giannis is going to sign a max contract and stay with us, or he's going to play somewhere else.
Follow along right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
Willie Tausch rolls on live from TPC Wisconsin for the AmFam Championship.
And Andy North, rivalries. You talked Arnie, you talked Jack. I don't know if Tiger and I can't put Tiger and Phil in the same category as those two, but when you're talking rivalries and we're on this show, I'm sick and tired of hearing about. Jason wanted Caleb Williams and the Bears to be good because he's a media guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he did. He's like, I hope he's good so that this. I'm aware. I know. Trust me, I'm with you.
Pretty good sound.
It'd be good for the story.
It'll be great for the story because I'm not a fan.
Would we be talking about it right now if the Packers had swept them?
Maybe
sure,
not.
Probably.
No,
yeah,
we
might have to do it again. We'd be talking Super Bowl. Exactly.
We'd be talking about the Bears
championship
rivalry
instead of the blanket Bears knocking us out of the playoffs.
Bears.
But when you're talking about that rivalry, Keisean Nixon had some quotes, and Jordan Love had some quotes earlier this offseason. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think in the Aaron Rodgers era, the I own you, I blank and own you, and Bears fans had to just acknowledge, yeah, he does. That was a great time. That time is gone. And now it does feel like, and Keisean Nixon leaned into, the Bears, it's their biggest game. We have all these other. It's time for us.
Wants the Packers to bear down.
I want us. I'm sick. The fans there, they are as a whatever the kind of group. I do want, there's an intensity gap. Chicago has had it, and we need to revitalize it. So we need to win a division, and the way it goes through is the team that won it last year, which is the Bears.
I think that very easily, if Wyatt doesn't get hurt, we win both those games at the end of the season. I think if he stays healthy, who knows what they'd end up doing. But, it's been an unbelievable rivalry for 100 years. That's been so cool. You talk at what the real rivalries in the NFL. It's Bears Packers, light years ahead. You can talk about all this other stuff now. It's not even close. Going back to when the Packers weren't good and the Kenny Stills days, we were pulling guys over benches with face
Charles
masks and
Martin.
stuff. You gotta love that stuff. I mean, that's what football's supposed to be about. But no, I think it's good. The Bears are halfway decent, but I think they've made a lot of improvements. I think their roster is probably light years better than it was 3 years ago. So they seem to know what they're doing there for the first time in about 30 years. So our guys are going to have to suck it up and play better and take care of it.
And ramp the intensity up. That's the part I just look at it, and it's like, this isn't the Rodgers era where we owned them. Those days are gone.
They're good.
They've gotten better. Their coach is good. And it's time to kind of crank that. You have to embrace the part that it is a rivalry again.
I do want to slap him every time he opens his mouth, though.
Yeah, what would you do if you were Matt LaFleur? And this little the whole handshake thing if you're advising Matt LaFleur, it's like, because it's going to come up. I guarantee you the Wildes and the Demoskis of the world are going to ask him, how is this going to go in week 5 when the Bears are coming in? How would you advise him to handle that?
Real simply, beat him about 35-7.
And then give him the biggest handshake.
Give him a big hug. Welcome a hug and kiss him on the cheek.
Yeah, a little hug and kiss deal. I agree.
Absolutely. But just stomp him and throw it at the last 3 minutes of the game to get more.
That's the Bielema deal, yep. Yeah, why did you go for 2? Because that's what the book said. It's 73-6.
Exactly. I went with my analytics.
Yeah,
but
you guys are right. I was wrong. How dare I suggest that it would be more interesting if the Bears were
didn't
good?
say more interesting.
I didn't. It would be better.
They're better.
Okay,
they're
I
better.
won't.
I mean,
I won't.
You look at the division, and I mean, every team's pretty darn good. And to win this division, you're going to have to play some really good football. Can you go 6-0 against this division anymore? Probably not.
Nope.
Can you figure out a way to go 5-1 or 4-2? That's going to be the real key, because it's good. Winning on the road against those 3 teams is not easy. But, I go back to last year, and you watched that Detroit game early in the season when everybody was healthy. I thought that's the fastest I've ever seen the Packers play. I thought that was as good a football as they've played in light years. And
then they did it again 4 days later against Washington, which had been in the NFC Championship game. That's the team that we expected at the end of the year if they don't lose the players.
But then they lose. I mean, injuries are part of it. We all know that. We hear it a million times. But not injuries to your key guys. And they lost so many key guys last year. You lose the best tight end in football. People don't understand how important Wyatt is to that team. When he's good, their D-line is unbelievable.
Right. Maybe you survive not having Parsons if you have Wyatt.
Absolutely you do. I think he's the most important guy in the defensive line.
Well, and he's playing in a contract year, so this is his opportunity.
I hope he has an unbelievable year, but he's special.
We want to let you hit a couple of balls.
You're going to need to.
No kidding.
You're going to have to carry the load here.
I don't know if this body needs to hit about 400, but I can only hit about 30 anymore.
Who are you partnered with tomorrow, dude?
I think Caroline Harvey and I are going to take on the Packer wideouts and see how it goes. I like going with gold medal winners. These guys just won Super Bowls. This is gold medal.
We'll see if we can get Hamilton on your bag.
No, that ain't happening. We've got some good guys that paid to be on our bag, so. That's how we're raising money for Carbone. We got some guys that keep writing checks, so it's been a really good deal.
So because Tausch brought up Ben Johnson, I did want to ask this before we let you go, and we'll talk about all the great things that happen here at the AmFam Championship for our Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. Was there a player, you don't have to name him, like Steve, whatever his name was.
Melmack.
Did
the only reason I remembered it.
I know. Did you ever have to play against a guy that was kind of that douchey?
Well, most of the time, most of our guys are pretty good guys.
Yeah, gentlemanly, right?
They understood it. It's kind of what our game's about. There are some guys that were harder to play with, like Trevino and Chi-Chi, who were very difficult to play with. Not because they treated you poorly. It's because the people who followed them were looking to be entertained versus watching golf shots. You Trevino would yell out some joke or something, and there'd be 25 people responding while I'm trying to hit my shot. That was a problem. But mostly, there's some guys you dislike. There's some guys you didn't enjoy playing with, but you just, it's part of your job. You go out and do your thing, and you move on. And
you beat them by 10 strokes like you want Matt LaFleur to do.
Sometimes you might be motivated to play a little bit better.
There's nothing worse than slow play, though. If somebody wants to just slow it down and take 100 practice shots, that to me would be
I couldn't do that. No. I couldn't do that. I would go faster, make him run a little bit, keep up. But no, it's we're lucky. We're in a sport that there are some things that have passed on from generation to generation that it's important to actually play by the rules.
What a diplomat.
No, I mean, can you imagine? Okay, Tausch, you're playing right tackle against
Strahan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And you knew that you had to call a penalty on yourself. There are no officials there watching you.
I wouldn't do it. No.
You'd have him by the neck. You'd have him by some other place. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Some other place.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Ankle.
So, when a couple weeks ago Cam Young's leading the golf tournament and he thinks the ball moved, he's not sure, he calls a penalty on himself. That's pretty cool. That's a neat part of our sport. So, you guys would have knives, chains.
No, it'd be everything. No, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything. Matter of fact, that's all
blood coming. I didn't hold him. You
Nothing.
just head slammed him.
No. It's not a gentleman's game.
No,
by any
it's
stretch
definitely
of
not.
imagination.
And it should not be.
No, it shouldn't be.
I think they should not ever call a hold.
Trust me, I am in your camp on that.
I
want every game to be officiated like it's postseason football because they don't call anything in the postseason. And by the way, we all love it.
You know what I think they ought to do? I think they should put every lineman, offense and defense, in boxing-type gloves so you can't grab stuff. So now it's about mauling people. Yeah.
Yeah, nunchucks. Yeah, bring the whole thing out. Just see who survives.
Well, it's always good when we bring.
Can we put Andy North in as we want him on the rules? The NFL PA is not going to go for it, but the league will definitely love it.
Andy, we love you, buddy. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out.
The great Andy North.
Been great partners with the tournament for years. We really appreciate it.
More Wilde and Tausch to wrap things up with Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Stick around.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Mark Tauscher here, and it's another Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Coming up to close out today's show, live from the American Family Insurance Championship, we'll share some of our favorite feel-good stories of the week. As you get ready for your next paint project at home, I highly encourage you to make Hallman Lindsay Paints your first stop. So easy to get connected with a Hallman Lindsay Pro Painter. All you have to do, stop into any Hallman Lindsay store, ask, and they'll connect you with the pro painter that best fits what your project calls for. And remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint. Check them out at hallmanlindsay.com. That's hallmanlindsay.com. Hallman Lindsay, great paint, great people. And stay tuned for Feel Good Friday coming up to close out the show, live from TPC Wisconsin in the AmFam Championship, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Available in the Apple and Android app stores. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. The American Family Insurance Championship takes center stage in Madison this weekend at TPC Wisconsin. And competing in the annual Celebrity Foursome is a 3-time NCAA national champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and a college national player of the year. And that's the same person. It's Wisconsin women's hockey star Caroline KK Harvey. Harvey joins tournament host and Wisconsin superfan Andy North, along with former Packers wide receivers Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson for the 9-hole competition set to take place on Saturday afternoon.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, window, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Life moves fast. Your car should move with it. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, they've got a vehicle and payment options that fit every stage of your journey. Just graduated? Start smart in a Chevy Trax. Stylish, efficient, and budget-friendly. Growing your family? The Equinox gives you the space and versatility you need. And when life gets even bigger, the Traverse or Tahoe is ready for it all. Kids, carpools, and road trips. Visit them today in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Mark Tauscher here, and take it from me, the best game nights start with Pizza. Try the new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, featuring crispy baked Parmesan on the crust for a golden cheesy crunch in every bite. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to order and find more great deals. The new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, available now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Hallman Lindsay.
We wrap up our time at TPC Wisconsin and the AmFam Championship with Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints and Tausch. It's a no-brainer. This tournament, you heard Dan Kelly mention it earlier, $22 million plus raised for charitable endeavors during the time of this great tournament.
Yeah, and it's, I think every time you come out and do events and there's, I think all of us have done golf outings where there's different causes in play, and then when you can have American Family Insurance and Steve and Andy and everybody kind of get behind something and be sustainable, and I don't know if it was Dan or Andy that mentioned the sponsorship growth and the amount of money that has been raised for the Children's Hospital. $22 million. It's going to, there's going to be another big chunk after this tournament this year. So you're bringing a lot of great things to the community, but the reason that this is going on is because the dedication of Steve and American Family Insurance to give back to the community. And it's not just the Children's Hospital, it's other local communities, other charities in the community. So just a job well done, because as we've seen throughout this 10 years, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. There's a lot of people, Nate Pokrass, Janet, the entire media team. There's just a lot that goes into this to pull this off. All the volunteers, and they're out here doing it because people want to give back to the community, and that's what they're doing.
Jesse, what else do we have planned from a programming perspective throughout the rest of the tournament here at the AmFam Championship?
All day today. So coming up next, of course, the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin. Also on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app, a special earlier edition than usual of Jim, Matt, and Molly going from noon until 2 right here. They're going to be here in the Media Center, too, apparently. It's still a little wet outside. Kyle and...
feel bad
it's not even raining anymore. Those guys definitely should be outside. What are they doing?
Kyle and Brust also going to be here this afternoon from 2 until 5.
They'll be outside.
That's the expectation.
Hopefully there's lightning.
And then Saturday... Wow.
Yeah, you've been just a beam of positivity today.
And then Saturday and Sunday, 10 to noon, both days. The Saturday Scramble, Riley Auk and I will be hosting that tomorrow morning.
You're hosting again, huh?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
And then Sunday Karma, I will be joining Kyle Wallace out here on Sunday. So
that'll be a fun show. I'll tune into that.
You want to join us?
No, but I'll tune in later,
right,
maybe.
So that's coming up all weekend long here, one of our favorite weekends of the year here in Madison, the AmFam Championship.
So I have to talk to you on the Saturday Scramble and on Sunday Karma, and I sat with you for 3 hours.
It's a lot in Ellie.
While you were eating your pancakes.
I would say
on
whoa
your computer.
to that if I was you, but that's not me.
Jason,
So-
you don't have to do anything.
I get to do those things. That's
You-
how I
We'll
view
have
it. And
some
I get to
time.
ride back to my vehicle with you.
Yeah.
Moments away.
Well, Jesse's having a post party. Are you?
We are
How
having
long are
an
you
after,
staying at the
after
post
party at my house tonight. Come on by. Feel free.
I'm not even staying at his house until I'm just getting right back in my car and driving home.
Great. All right.
Last day of school. Very exciting day at our house. We have some traditions.
What do you do for last day of school?
We don't have time to discuss
All right,
that.
fair enough.
I'll see you tonight, Tausch.
Yep.
After party at my place.
Well, I can make sure he shows up.
I will.
That's it for us today. Make sure you come on out to TPC Wisconsin for a great golf tournament, the AmFam Championship. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well. Earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step?